What's going on, you all? Oh, welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. So, if you all have not noticed, and shout out to No Reply, I have set up a live for Tuesday to go over this perchstore.com crap that Candace is promoting. Um, when I say I have some fantastic mods and fantastic luxers here in the LLC, that's not an understatement. I truly do appreciate you all and the information you all provide. So on Tuesday, I'm going to do a separate expose of the perstore.com information, and then we'll go over the federal lawsuit in the state of Florida regarding this pump and dump scheme. So No Reply and I are going to put some of this information together and make sure it's cohesive and it flows and makes sense. And present that on Tuesday. A whole expose. Oh, yeah. And so I want to make sure, and this is from her, when I say federal lawsuit in Florida, this is the Let's Go Brandon meme coin. Yeah. We gotta No Reply. You've given me an idea to see if, because that's dealing with the pump and dump. I want to see if that connects to Parlor Inc. It goes back to George from what you have sent me so far. So, yeah, when I say that expose on Tuesday is gonna be something else, it's gonna be something else. And y'all know I'm here for it. Candace, I'm gonna show you exactly what investigative journalism looks like. Oh, shout out to No Reply, y'all. Show No Reply some love. Show him some love. He is getting it in. Show him some love. And Candace, when are you going to court? When are you going to court, Candace? Just so y'all can be reminded, let me pull that information up. Because we all know the candy ass cult members don't read worth a damn. Here it is. Y'all see this name here? Candace Owens. She is a co-defendant. It's funny how they won't look this up. See Candace Owens right there. Oh Lord. Candace. You're defendant. And y'all see this is from April 20 case that was filed April 2022. It was a class action. And they don't like to have to go to court over class action lawsuits. 77-page lawsuit over the alleged pump and dump scheme claims that the creators of the LGB token and their company LGBcoin.io enlisted NASCAR, Brandon Built Motorsports driver Brandon Brown, and conservative figures such as Candace Owens and David J. Harris Jr., among others, who misleadingly endorsed the meme coin over social media while disguising their control over substantial amounts of the asset that were available for public trading. Candace, did you put these meme coins under Parlor Inc.? Because you love hiding stuff under LLCs. Oh, she loves to do that. So, y'all show some No Reply some love because we getting down to it. And we're going to have an expose on that on Tuesday. I got to be able to get all this put together and present it in a way where it makes sense. No Reply, he gets excited. He just starts sending me emails and information. And I got to be able to make sure that it flows and it makes sense. So on Tuesday, we're doing an expose. Meanwhile, now that you all see is the whole thing here. His lawsuit is not so. I didn't make this up. Candace, no one make this up. You did this on your own. This is a federal lawsuit, by the way. I have a copy of it. I need to pull it up. I have a copy of it. I'll go over it on Tuesday. But this is a federal lawsuit. So I don't know why she thinks this is not a big deal. She barely talks about it. She doesn't mention anything on it. and it's in the state of Florida. If you all want to read over it, you can. These are the federal laws that they're alleging have been violated: the Florida Deceptive and Unfair Trade Practices Act, Florida Securities and Investor Protection Act. These are federal laws, thereby justifying this to be a federal complaint. Does that make sense? The complaint is either coming from a federal government agency or a violation of federal law when it comes to a federal lawsuit. And here is the full filing. If you all want to see that and read it, you can. It's good, 78 pages. Candace's name is on here. This is the filing. The case number is 622-CV-00652. That's the case number. The Candace says, listen, I don't have to lie about nothing. Perhaps you should ask your cult leader why the hell she's not telling you all about this. Candace, why are you not telling your cult about this? Candace, you gonna tell your cult about this or what? Because if I have to do it, you're not gonna like it, girl. and the cult actually can't believe that she watches me. I have for watching. I don't care if she acknowledges. I know she watches. Candace, you're still bad at this. Stealing my quips and don't give me credit. The audacity of you, you heifer. Candace needs many, many attorneys. U.S. District Court, Middle District of Florida, Orlando Division. District Court, this is a federal lawsuit complaint with a jury trial demand. Oh, Candace, you're so fucked. They think I can't make this up. Why would I want to make this up? Oh, Candace, get your coat, girl. Get your coat. No, nobody want to make this up. So, in the meantime, oh man, we got some stuff to get over here on X. Jesus Christ. Oh, we're gonna get to some content on YouTube in a second, but you guys have been tagging me on a couple of videos over here. Mindy tagged me on this. Let me see. This is why the most vile person of the year moved to Tennessee. This is why she shifted her business from Delaware to Tennessee after the Macrons filed suit. An individual doesn't make a move like this without a sense of guilt. She knows she's in the wrong and is attempting to take advantage of the system. Oh, because she's already admitted that she defamed them. She's trying to say she did it in Tennessee when the internet is not limited to one state. That's the thing that Candace still can't comprehend because she's a simpleton. The internet is not limited to one specific area. When people around the world are able to watch your content, and not just on one platform, on various platforms, including your website. That is why Georgetown Inc. is a co-defendant on both the Macron lawsuit as well as the lawsuit from Brian Harper, because her website is registered to Georgetown Inc. Her social media platforms fall under her Candace Owens LLC. So that's why those two corporate entities are listed as co-defendants. They have revenue flowing through it. So the money she makes from her website flowing through Georgetown Inc. is counted as revenue that they will consider when determining damages. And the same goes for the Candace Owens LLC and all the money she's making from that from her social media. So Candace admitting that she defamed them is pretty much the done deal. They're trying to argue in the motion to dismiss that the court in Delaware doesn't have jurisdiction because she tried to move her LLC to the state of Tennessee after the lawsuit had been filed. Well, if we all just did that and judges just dismiss claims because it's no longer, oh, well, you decided to move it to Tennessee where you live. Oh, okay. Now, at the time the lawsuit was filed, at the time the defamation was occurring, the defamatory remarks, defamation, and the lawsuit was filed, everything was registered in Delaware. That's why they will maintain jurisdiction. But Candace's attorneys are withdrawing from the case. They're not explaining nothing to her. She doesn't understand. She wants to pretend like she's stupid. Candace, find out the hard way, Helfer. Go to court. Stop stalling this, Candace, and take your ass to court. Stop stalling this lawsuit. You think that you have subpoena power. You want to get to this so-called discovery phase, then get to it. I have never seen anyone claim that they want subpoena power and they want to get to the discovery phase, and then they do everything they can to stall a hearing. Filing that motion to dismiss initiates a whole hearing on its own. That delays the process of getting to the discovery phase. But because Candace doesn't know how court works, because she's pathetic, then she's going to continue to mislead her candy-ass court members in thinking, I don't know, we welcome lawsuits. Sue me. I want subpoena power. Girl, please. You'll find out the hard way why you don't want that. Because, see, here's the thing with discovery, Candace. Let me talk to the candy asses for a second. Here's the thing with discovery. It works both ways. So just as much as she thinks she'll be able to make requests for discovery, guess who will also be able to do that? The petitioner. Candace, do you really want your finances to be put out there? Do you really want these people requesting discovery from you, girl? Because, see, once it's put on the court docket and put on the court record, guess what it also becomes? Guess what it becomes, y'all? Say it in the chat. Public information. Candace. All of this becomes public information. Of course she doesn't want this to go to court. It becomes public information. See, and that's the thing. Candace doesn't want people to know what's going on with her finances. I don't know if she's shocked that Laura Loomer was able to find out about this Battery Lane Trust or what. Because what she can't do is deny it. It's documented. What she's afraid of is that they could pierce it if they wanted to. In the McCrone lawsuit, Brian Harper's lawsuit, if Erica Kirk were to sue, and whomever else. Because this is assets. Assets that could easily be utilized to get liquidity. Candace, if you sell those properties, you're basically admitting to the court, I have the opportunity to make X amount of dollars for selling these assets. Girl, they're probably generating some level of interest on its own. You know, you do get, like, if you have property you own, you do get some sort of interest you can generate. Just like with any other investment. You can generate some sort of return on your investment. And with this property, you can generate interest. And then they pay out that interest typically at the end of the year. At the very least. Candace does not want people to know what's going on with her finances or anything else. But that's what you risk when you go to court. Now, what she probably will try to do, seeing that she can't keep attorneys, is to try to settle. Because she's already complaining and whining and crying and throwing tantrums about attorney's fees. Well, one way to avoid that is to say, okay, let's not even go through having full trials and all this stuff, because they got a jury trial in the McCrone lawsuit. Brian Harper's requested a jury trial, and it's going to be that way. Even with this class action lawsuit in Florida, they have a jury trial demand. So to avoid all of the court costs and the attorney's fees and all those billable hours, you know, most times the defendants will look at the situation and say, okay, I don't really have a leg to stand on here. Let's try to mediate this. And the judge will accept. Have the parties try to mediate. More than likely, Candace will get to a point where her back will be against the wall. And all that damn lying and huffing and puffing she's been doing is not going to hold up in court. Going to court is not like being on your YouTube channel. So y'all, the candy asses come in my chat all day and saying dumb shit. You can't go to court with that. And because they don't know how court works, the first thing that the judge is going to try to see is if there's any room for, an opportunity to mediate. Might even order mediation. Who knows? If Candace is complaining about attorney's fees, her best bet would be to mediate, right? And settle. To preserve all of this so-called discovery that can be pulled out of her ass just to keep the public from seeing it, she will. I already told you all that. Candace is going to try to mediate and settle. She don't want to go to court. She doesn't understand how subpoena power works. And his alpha is scared of things being released to the public because that's what can happen when you go to court. Everything is a public record. This stuff isn't sealed. It's still a civil proceeding. And her dumb ass keeps forgetting that. And she wants to cry about how much an attorney's fees on the cost. Girl, bye. Oh man, no reply. You saw the live stream set up for Tuesday. Oh yes, we will be going over this purgestore.com sponsor and its connections to any of Candace's LLCs. Candace, we're gonna find out exactly why you keep creating all these damn LLCs all over the place, girl. Oh, it's gonna be something else. Shout out to all of you all in the chat. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Make sure you guys are hitting that like button. Did she pay back people in Australia yet? No. Candace said in a video that and in the article, it was in an article as well, reported in an article that there was no intention for her to pay them back because that would be the responsibility of the promoter. But the promoter declared bankrupt. Candace has no intentions on giving back any refunds to anybody in Australia, unfortunately. I'm curious as to whether or not she paid the court-ordered government's high court fees from filing that appeal for that visa. Yeah, they ordered her to pay the government's court costs. And this went to the High Court of Australia. It's like their Supreme Court in their country. So you can imagine what that judgment looks like. Candace, did you pay the government of Australia's court costs? Or are you just going to sit and keep playing with people? She was ordered to do that. So she better get to it. She had international attorneys representing her on that. Y'all, those attorneys are not cheap. They're not cheap. It's crazy. No reply. We showed you some love in the chat, honey, for all the information you're sending on the Purge store that we're going to be presenting on Tuesday. You're awesome, buddy. Do I get paid? I'm not an attorney. What do you mean I still get paid? Oh, Jabby. George Farmer looks skeletal. He looks unwell. Too bad he's stuck with Candace. She will tell everyone he's gay if he divorces her. Y'all already know it's coming. What's going on, Larry? How you doing, honey? Ooh, she is nutty and a scammer too? Oh, yeah. Candace. All these LLCs are going to start telling on you. Oh, they're going to start telling on you. All right. Let's go move on. Let's move on. Y'all, we got some information to cover. We're going to keep doing these marathons because it's just stuff coming out every day, seems like, on her. You say you tagged me on something? What was it? I don't see anything. Let me know. Oh, that anti-slip suit, child. Candace, it's not gonna work in Delaware. That judge's gonna be like, no. After all of that stalling you've been doing and asking for all these extensions, no, we're not. No, I'm gonna maintain jurisdiction. We have it. The law's on their side. The end. Candace doesn't know the law. You kidding me? I'm not seeing what am I tagged on. What am I tagged on? Oh God. Okay, let's get to hold on. I bookmarked some things. Okay. I want to get to this from one of you all tagged me on this. Was it you, Mindy? Somebody tagged me on this. This is the cold-blooded Christian where he flat out did a video talking about how all the times Candace has accused Erica Kirk of murdering her husband and committing a criminal offense. Can't make this up. And because she doesn't understand how defamation laws work and how the court defines and interprets that, she's gonna find out the hard way. Candace, I'm not going to give you all the information on that. You will find out the hard way, Heifer. So let's get to this because I wanted to see this. It was tagged on it. And because her coach thinks that she has to say the words, Erica Kirk murdered her husband, like she doesn't have to say the words. It's the implication and what's inferred. And these are, mind you, Candy ass co-members are people who did not go to law school. So I always say that. I don't care how they feel. None of that will work in court. And Candace is going to find out the hard way. F-A-F-O. Candace, you have effed around. Now you about to find out. So people demanding show a video where she said those exact words is not even necessary to meet that requirement for defamation. And it's certainly irrelevant to that malicious intent. Because the malicious intent is where she showed a reckless disregard of the truth. Not because she said the exact words. But yet, many of her cult followers actually said the exact words. And yesterday, we went through some of those comments. Oh, yes. Don't delete them. Keep them comments up there. Let's get to this, y'all.
This is what a woman who kills her husband ate.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
No, you don't say. Right.
So, y'all, let me know if you all can hear. Put a 4 in the chat. We're going to get to this. We're going to get to this. Y'all let me know if you can hear. Let's go.
No, you don't say. The Candace Owens supporters, they're also not being intellectually honest. They're not
okay with what Erica Kirk did.
Really honest. They're not being real about what they've been doing for the last 8 to 6 months with the whole Bride of Charlie series and just constantly, digitally attacking Erica Kirk. Oh yeah.
She essentially put a target on my back by wrongly asserting that I accused her.
Erica Kirk. Oh yeah. Candace never insinuated or even claimed that Erica Kirk was, complicit in the assassination of Charlie Kirk, but
of murdering her husband. I don't think we can let that fly. Right?
Then what is going on? And someone explain to me if that is not what's happening. Well, then we know what's happening. Then exactly what's happening is that it's a character assassination. Charlie was assassinated, and now it's Erica's character that's being assassinated. But wait, there's more, because I have the actual footage of Candace on her Candace podcast claiming that Erica Kirk killed her husband right here.
I think Erica is calculated, and I want to say to JD Vance, you better wake up fast, okay? That's a Black Widow, my friend. You will get bit. I think Erica is calculated.
So as you can see, there's no way around that, because...
So, and here's the thing. We read in the lawsuit filing that if the reasonable reader and listener understands that to be her stating that Erica Kirk murdered her husband, guess what's going to happen? The jury is going to deliberate on that because that is how defamation is interpreted in the court of law. There's case law to support that as well. We went over that in the lawsuit filing from Brian Harper. Oh, yeah. So the reasonable listeners and viewers in the Lady Luck Club, hit the 4 if you understood Candace Owens calling Erica Kirk the Black Widow to be that she is accusing Erica Kirk of murdering her husband. Hit the 4. We're reasonable listeners and viewers, just like the jury will be. Hit the 4. Because, That's how this defamation is going to be interpreted in a court of law. And there's sufficient case law to support it. That's how that works. The jury will represent that reasonable listener and reader. I'll hit the 4. The definition of Black Widow. Oh, someone said, look it up. Listen here. We go to dictionary.com in a minute. Black Widow. Definition. Candace. Let's go. Black Widow refers both to a venomous spider species and metaphorically to a woman who is alluring yet potentially dangerous. Literal meaning. A black widow is a venomous spider of the genus Leptrodectus, notable for its glossy black body and distinctive red hourglass marking on the underside of the abdomen. Female black widows are larger and more venomous than males, and in some species, they may consume the male after mating, a behavior known as cannibalism. These spiders have long, wiry legs and found primarily in warm regions. Oh, Jesus, what did I hit? I was just trying to hit read all. There we go. Make sure I see the same thing. Okay. Warm regions with venom that can cause severe pain and muscle cramps, though fatalities are extremely rare. The term Black Widow has been adopted as a metaphor of a woman who is seductive, manipulative, and potentially destructive. Candace, when you call her a Black Widow, you're either calling her a venomous spider or you're calling her a woman who is seductive, manipulative, and potentially destructive. Because the definition of this word will be presented to the jury. You dumbass girl. And that is exactly how the jury is going to read this information. From the many, many, many sources that the definition of this term and the concept of it can be derived from. There's no denying this. Anyone can just look this stuff up and read it. Now, to the Candy Ass Cult members, I'm not here to convince you all of anything. If you want to stay trapped in your alternate reality, have fun. But none of that will fly in court. The jury will not care about how you feel. It's what you can prove. And because you can just simply pull up definitions of terms. I mean, you can just read this. And this is generally accepted information as a fact. The definition doesn't change because of who it's coming from. So, Candace, all the stuff you're saying and doing is going to be used against you in the court of law. Keep doubling down, you dummy girl. In literature, film, and folklore, a Black Widow character often exhibits traits such as charm, independence, power, and the ability to emotionally or physically harm Candace. Because, you're already accusing her of murdering her husband. Those who became involved with her. The archetype can symbolize hidden danger, female empowerment, destructive relationships, moral ambiguity, and that can be portrayed as independent, self-reliant, and morally complex. Girl. Yeah, okay, Candace. You're not saying that she murdered her husband? Okay. There's so much evidence to prove otherwise. And it's all going to be used against you.
Because if you're going to sit there and tell me some other definition of a Black Widow, or that she didn't mean that, it doesn't mean when she's saying Black Widow, she just means that she's a evil, lying woman. No, man, no. The Black Widow spider kills and eats its prey after it has sex with it, after it eats its partner. It kills the partner and eats it. This is what Candace means. This is what a woman who kills her husband, especially does something to do with its financials or takes over his life or anything to that nature. Once you do that, and you are a Black Widow, and there's no other way around that. And if you don't believe me, let's look up the definition. Right
Yo, Grok, let me ask you something. What is the definition of a Black Widow in reference to a woman in society today?
A Black Widow is a venomous spider, specifically the female of the Leptrodectus genus. She's known for her glossy black body and the red hourglass marking on her underside. The name also refers to women who kill their husbands or lovers, either literally or figuratively.
I think Erica is calculated. No.
Okay, so let me ask you this with just a yes or no response, nothing else, okay? When Candace Owens is referring to Erica Kirk as a black widow, and saying that JD Vance, you need to watch out for her. She's a black widow. She bites. You need to ask your wife about this. Women are normally better at.
And you should probably consult your wife on this matter. Women understand these things better. We know what women are capable of.
Is she?
So you're accusing her of murdering her husband, because women understand these things. And because Candace does not understand matters in the court of law, she could care less on how this can be used against her in every way possible. Candace, you have accused Erica Kirk of conspiring, planning, and covering up the assassination of her husband for 8 damn months. 8. That's not a oopsie you did once. No, you intentionally, willfully, and wantonly did it. This is why you're being sued now in district court for defamation and conspiracy to defame, because you're stuck on stupid. And there's 8 months worth of evidence that will be used against you between your videos and posts and what your followers, Candy ass cult members, have taken away from this. See, they told on you and themselves. And there are plenty of posts here on X alone to prove it. Let's see how many of them cowards start trying to delete stuff. Spoilage of evidence, Candace. Spoilage of evidence.
Not, yes or no, is she not claiming Erica Kirk was complicit in Charlie Kirk's assassination?
I think Erica is calculated.
Woo, child.
Yes, she is. Candace Owens has been pushing conspiracy theories that Erica Kirk is involved in her husband's death, calling her a black widow, questioning her behavior, and implying betrayal or complicity. She's done entire episodes and a docu-series on it, even after meeting with her.
Thank you. That's all I wanted to know.
So I don't want to hear it. Either grow some brass, Candace Owens supporters, grow some brass, or be quiet. And that goes the same with Candace. And I know that you guys.
It's good to have that built into you, that your instinct is to want to defend a woman that is crying. But let me tell you, there are some women that are crying who will take you down.
Candace. And I know that you guys will continue.
George, you might want to leave that house, buddy. Who knows what type of whatever widow you got on your hand. You might want to get out that house, George. Take the kids. Is George going to tell us how he got this black eye or what? We're just going to keep assuming and asking, because we can't do that. George, how did you get this black eye? Candace, you're not fooling anybody. Either y'all fighting or you putting your hands on him, and he's just trying his best to refrain. Hopefully his mother comes to town and just whoops her ass. That's what
continue to bully and digitally harass this woman and physically harass this woman by having people at her building, looking at her, watching her, sending information to Candace. It's pure stalker mode. It's pure disgusting. It's vile. It's hateful. And it's everything that's antithetical to being a Christian and to claiming to be a Catholic as well. The moral clause that you have to abide by to be confirmed as a Catholic, which Candace Owens just said that she was, she fails every single one of them. Every single one of them. Gossip, spreading, making division, basically the 7 things that God hates and detests in Proverbs 6 verses 16 through 19. So
Candace Owens mentioned anywhere in the podcast that you murdered your husband. You didn't miss it. Okay. That's a black widow, my friend. This lecture was pointless. We're just getting lectured every day. We're so tired of being lectured. This person writes, Candace Owens never once made the explicit claim that you murdered your husband. Okay. That's a black widow, my friend. Okay. That's a black widow, my friend. I'm at the point right now, I want Erica to just drop a book like, If I Did Do It, like OJ did. If I did do it.
And she said this woman should go to jail. Can we please not pretend like she has not said on many occasions that Erica Kirk conspired, covered up, and aided in the assassination of her husband. She called for her to be jailed at the beginning of an episode that is still available for public review. You don't ask for an American citizen to be jailed unless they committed a crime. Funny how Erica Kirk's still not in jail. And then, Candace, at any time, if you had any evidence that would prove beyond a reasonable doubt, because that's the burden you have to meet in a criminal matter, you dumbass girl. If you had any evidence to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that Erica Kirk committed a crime, why haven't you turned that over to the prosecutor? Why hasn't Erica Kirk been charged? All this BS Candace has been saying for 8 months, Erica Kirk is still a free woman. Funny how she hasn't been charged with anything. Candace, funny how you haven't sued her for anything. Oh, she put a target on my back. What the hell are you going to do about it? Other than sit here and try to flip it and weaponize it and cry and whine about it and throw a tantrum. What the hell are you going to do? You already having this woman stalked. You admitted to stalking. That is a felony. This is why Erica Kirk needs to get a protection order in place and stop effing around with Candace Owens. I applaud her saying what she said. Go to court and get a protection order against her dumb ass. Then you could get on camera and say, now knuck if you buck. You violate that protection order, your ass will go to jail. Because stalking someone is a felony in the state of Arizona. Period. And no grown adult should ever say or brag on having sources or contacts that live in another woman's residential building in an entirely different state. You don't pay her bills. You don't have to take care of her kids. You don't have to feed her, clothe her, shelter her, pay the light bill, gas bill, water bill. You don't have to pay nothing. Taxes, insurance, nothing. You don't have to take them kids to no doctor's appointments. You are literally an irrelevant factor in the grand scheme of her life, Candace. Why do you have sources and contacts that live in her building? Telling you what? Oh, she just left and went to the dumpster. Candace, I just saw Erica Kirk leaving her apartment. She going to the trash can. She's taking a dog for a walk. Okay, so now he's scooting and taking a poop. You want us to let you know when he's done, or we got to sit here and watch Erica Kirk take her dog for a walk and watch the dog take a poop? I mean, how you want this to go? That's dumb shit that's happening here. Because what the hell else could they be calling and telling Candace that Erica is doing at her house? The kids outside playing, it's weird to watch kids. So you really want us to stalk these kids? Candace, you got your contact stalking the children? You are already figuring out how their sleep schedule is at night. So these grown-ass adults are agreeing to watch and stalk children. And Candace is calling for Erica Kirk to be jailed? What you mean? Candace is the one sitting here talking about how the kids should be trained. They should be trained to go to sleep. I mean, why do you know they are up? Why do you care? These are not your kids. Hey, man. Because it's still Sunday. She is the one that bragged about this. Candace brags about having sources and contacts that live in that woman's building, stalking her and her kids and the dog, cat, bird, fish, whatever else they got up in there. Telling her every little thing that's going on in her house. And they're aiding in that felonious behavior. Candace, they would go to jail faster than you. Don't you think they would give your dumb ass up? Because, see, they live there. They're actually physically stalking her. Direct contact. And because your dumb ass do not know laws, you have no idea You have no idea how that can get you caught up. Oh, child. Erica Kirk, please drop this federal lawsuit on her ass.
By Erica Kirk.
I mean, look at her. Even at the end of her little rant here about claiming that she never insinuated that Erica Kirk had anything to do with Charlie's assassination, she goes on and takes a shot at Charlie's last book, his last dying wish.
I think that would move more copies than the book about Shabbat.
Book, his last dying wish to the world, Shabbat Shalom, his book about taking the Sabbath seriously, putting your phone away, spending time with your loved ones, your family, your friends, your wife, and of course, Candace has to take a shot at it.
Have a wonderful weekend, everybody. Shabbat Shalom. Good Shabbos. Turn off your phone. Enjoy your family. God bless America. See you guys on the net now.
Oh, yeah, that's what she envies for real. And people think we're jealous of her. Candace is a demon. There's nothing to be jealous of. She's getting sued left and right. She's got 2 federal lawsuits and a civil proceeding in the state of Delaware from the president of another country. What the hell is there to be jealous of? Nobody wants that. Nobody walks around here saying, I'm jealous you're being sued by the French president, and I'm not. The hell you mean? This is why I don't pay attention to the candy asses, because they're so stupid. No one is jealous of that. No one walks around saying, I'm so jealous and envious of this person being sued by the president of another country. And then got hit with a federal lawsuit. And then is still caught up in another federal lawsuit in the state of Florida. Who is jealous of that shit? Candace is spending money on attorney's fees. More than what she's probably spending to buy a house. You can't make this up. And now she can't even keep an attorney. Oh, man. Oh, the day where Candace can't even get an attorney. That'll be it. Jabu. Did I miss it? What did I miss? Oh, here it is. Oh, okay. We got artichokes. Y'all, oh, I love artichokes. Shout out to artichokes. Oh, let me go back. Because I want to make sure I don't leave this page.
Claims that Erica Kirk is a garbage. Here's where
this is artichokes, you all. If y'all can hear, let me know. I got some supers up in here. I'm sorry. Thank you all. I appreciate it. Oh, so Jacqueline sent us the $4.99. Just watched Harsh Twins interview with CO from March. And she pretty much put all the blame on TPUSA and Harpool doubling down. Oh, yeah. Many of the video evidence that was cited in the lawsuit filing is from the interview she did with him. And then, of course, her shows is being cited as well. All from the month of March, because that was kind of like her whole thing. And then responding to his interview he did with the other podcaster. I can't remember his name. Lord have mercy. So when she responded to that, that's when she really went in on Brian Harper. Not caring. Like, she put this man's life company at risk. His employees were catching death threats. They were being doxxed. Their family members were being doxxed. The candy ass cult members are doxing people for no damn reason. They were doxing the relatives of Brian Harpool's employees. All of that is going to be used as evidence. And this is what she perpetuated. And every time she doubles and triples down, it emboldens her base to keep committing cyber crimes. Because doxing is illegal. And they call themselves law-abiding. Y'all think these dumb bots care about our laws here in the U.S.? No, they don't. They don't care. Candace doesn't care either. She thinks she's above the rule of law. She gets offended when people sue her. And it thinks she has subpoena power. When she go and just turn around and file a motion to dismiss, but won't tell her court that. She won't tell her court. Now, I really don't want to go through this. Because she's a clown and a coward. So, yeah. We're going to see a lot of that evidence come through. as that case moves forward through court, and if Candace has a spine, she will not file a motion to dismiss. She'll just answer the complaint and file her answers to the court, her response, and then go through and get to the point where they can have court dates and get a trial going. She could make that happen if she wanted. Watch how hard Candace stalls on this. Child, Candace, you full of shit. Jacqueline with the $1.99 super. Thank you so much, honey. That's the definition of Black Widow. Look it up. Oh, we did. Shout out to you. Thank you so much for that. And then Jacqueline with the $4.99 super. Yet CEO goes to Dollywood with no security and has people running up to her for photos. There's no threats against her if she can do that. Exactly. Oh, and she went to Christmas parties. Y'all know she doesn't care. I would not let her near me or my household, my family, my friends, no one. You tell me that the head of a state in another country has assassins and operatives trying to take you out. You're not coming to my house for no damn party. No, I want you to stay far, far away from me. I wouldn't even recommend that. Like, you don't owe her anything. You do not have to invite this girl anywhere. If she's talking about the head of another state is paying money to have her taken out, they want her to go to court, and she won't do that. So, no, they don't, girl, they don't want you dead. They want you alive, well, happy, and whole, and they want you to show your ass up at court June 22nd, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's what they want. Go to court. Girl, please. She does everything she can to stall. All right, let's get the Artie Trolls, you all. Thank you so much for the super chats. I appreciate that. Let's go.
She literally claims that Erica Kirk is a Black Widow.
And I want to say to JD Vance, you better wake up fast, okay? That's a Black Widow, my friend. You will get bit. And you should probably consult your wife on this matter. Women understand these things better. We know what women are capable of.
So his wife is going to tell JD Vance, stay the hell away from Candace Owens because terrible things befall upon you if you get near her. Candace, did you plan on having Erica Kirk hit at the event with JD Vance? Why were you all so pissed off when she canceled and went home? Why were the candy asses so mad about that? Who gets mad at canceling for a free event? Why they were so pissed off about it? Why? Were y'all looking for her? Candace, were you planning on having something done to Erica Kirk at the UGA event? My spirit and my discernment is telling me that you did. And it's ironic when she went to the White House Correspondents' Dinner. What the hell happened? Candace, hopefully this perpetrator, the guy that was the teacher that went in there with a gun and all, he'll just come out and tell the truth. And if it means implicating your ass in anything, may he tell the truth and tell it all. Mighty ironic how you and your coat were pissed off that Erica Kirk canceled a free event at UGA. And then when she goes out to a public event at a White House Correspondents' Dinner, because, her cult base were running around here saying, oh, being around the VP is the safest person. He's the second most safest person in the country. Why wouldn't she want to sit next to the vice president? She went to the White House Correspondents' Dinner with the president. And look what happened. What you mean? They act as if Trump has never had an assassination attempt on his life. What are we talking about? This is like, what, the third one? Yet they got so pissed when she canceled from a free event with the vice president when the president has had at least 3 attempts on his life. And look what happened at the White House Correspondents' Dinner when that girl went. So suspicious for somebody to walk up to her and say, yeah, is it tonight's special? What you mean tonight's special? I don't know. Is it? Maybe I need to go home. I'm going home. And I hear something like that, I'm going home. Bye. Y'all have a good evening. Enjoy your baked chicken and green beans. I'm taking it to the house. Can I get this to go? Can you make me a plate to go? I'm ready to go. You kidding me? What they had, a grilled chicken and mashed potatoes or something simple? Some green beans, child, please. We'll stop by Popeyes or something on the way to the house. Child, boo. Don't worry about it. It's a couple of seafood spots I'm going to hit up on the way home. Give me some loan shark. You kidding me? This meal is not worth that trauma. After she knows that her husband was assassinated. And look what happens when Erica Kirk goes out to a function, to an event where the president is there. Comment is up and down. And she gets mocked because she was traumatized. Who wouldn't be? What was Candace at? In Italy? Oh, you dumb heifer. You think you're so Candace. I see through you, you heifer. The candy ass cult members know it too. I see through you. Your ass went to Italy. How convenient. How convenient.
Men.
Unbelievable, Candace. So psychotic. You literally saying Erica murdered her husband with no proof. Absolutely no proof whatsoever. It's just sickening. Absolutely sickening. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to go right here and play this video because this is one where she also, again, accuses Erica Kirk of murdering her husband and then mocks Charlie Kirk's book.
I'm at the point right now, I want Erica to just drop a book like, If I Did Do It, you know, like OJ did. If I
did do it. Yeah, okay. So when that lands in a federal lawsuit filing, keep that energy up, heifer. Keep that energy up. Don't shy away from that, Candace. Go to court and say, yeah, I said it and this is what I meant. Keep that energy up and stand on it. You little punk ass. No, don't shy away from this, Candace. Because you know exactly what that implies and what we would infer from that. Even your own cult followers have said flat out, Erica Kirk murdered her husband because they're listening to you. They're using your cult followers' comments against you. Because if anyone is putting out comments on what she's inferring and implying, don't you think her cult followers will be the main ones that will say very bluntly what Candace Owens is implying in all her videos, in all her posts, because they're reading everything. They're watching everything. She has diehard cult members that are subscribed. They have memberships. They're in her book club and they're absorbing and taking it all in. And they're the ones coming out saying Erica Kirk murdered her husband. Because that's what Candace Owens is telling them every time she talks about this woman. For once, the cult members are going to get Candace Owens chewed the hell up in court. Don't delete your comments, candy asses.
It's so disgusting. You're such a bad person.
Did Do It by Erica Kirk. I think that would move more copies than the book about Shabbat. Anyway, switching.
That would move more copies than a book about Shabbat. You mean the book Charlie Kirk wrote? Oh, wow. You're just such a bad person, Candace. I don't have any other words for you. You are not a good person. This is sickening. It's disgusting. Absolutely disgusting.
Yeah. The candy asses, let me tell you something. They enter my chat at their own peril. Just like any other comments. I have no quarrels with sending over these comments over for anyone to have exhibits for their lawsuits. So the candy asses enter my chat at their own peril. This is why I don't let the comments fly. Y'all let it fly. No, let them come in here and get all this, air underneath their chest. whether they're bots or not, they're repeating Candace's talking points. Candace, you can control your code base. They'll do what you say, including the bots, or not. But it's still going to bounce back on you, girl. Oh, yeah.
Garbage. Here's where she lives.
Okay. We have one from Milk Bar because we're here today for this. We're here for this. Oh, we're here for this.
Erica's energy was
Hold
going
on.
to.
So this is a video that Milk Bar posted up. Let me go back. Candace Owens, when I sat down with Erica Kirk, I made sure not to drink the water. You know, because she thinks that Erica Kirk is trying to do something to her. Even though Erica Kirk flew to Tennessee and sat with her for 4.5 hours. Didn't they meet at a restaurant? Why would she not drink the water if it's from some restaurant? Erica Kirk doesn't control what they serve there. Let the comments fly, y'all. So they can tell it themselves. Oh, we're here for that. No. Hit dog. Don't make no demands in my chat. You understand me, boy? Don't demand anything in my chat. You're obviously trying to get my attention. What do you want? You don't run shit over here. What do you want, boy? What do you want, hit dog? Hit dog report 461 out. What do you want? What do you want? they don't never answer. What do you want? Hit dog report. Come on. Now, I'm asking you a question, hit dog report. What do you want? You're saying answer questions. What question? No. You got questions directed to me, honey. Directed to me. You're going after my mods. I don't like that too tough. What do you want? What is it? I'm giving you some attention right now. What do you want? Okay, police. What do you want? Is that your question? You got to formulate a question. I'll wait till you get your question together, and then I'll put it up, and then we'll read it. In the meantime, calm down on my mods. I run this up in here, honey. You get your question together. Talk like we have some sense. We're not dumbing down my chat. And I'll read your question. All right, let's hit play on this.
I didn't know what Erica's energy was going to be like, if it was going to be more of an argument, if there was going to be legal threats. You guys were telling me not to drink water, so I didn't drink water. Well, I brought my own water. But
What do you mean don't drink water? They met at a restaurant. What do you mean? Candace, that's the dumbest thing ever. What do you mean you don't know what mood she's going to be in? You've been accusing her of a cover-up of an assassination of her husband. She was pissed off. Funny how she still flew out there to you and sat with you for 4.5 hours. Candace, you didn't record any of that meeting? So you recorded nothing? The one time you could have recorded it, you didn't? Are you serious? Candace, why don't you leak the actual recording of this meeting? When are you going to do that? We all really want to see it, okay? I think all of us across the board can agree. We all want to see what happened and hear what happened in that 4.5 hour meeting. Everyone can agree to that. We all want to see that. I would do a full watch party on that entire 4.5 hour meeting if either she or Erica Kirk were to leak that whole thing. I don't care how much of it they leak. We will watch it. We all want to see it. Why would they not record it? That was so irritating. Oh, honey. Okay. Hit Dog is asking, do you think Tyler is the shooter? Yes. Next question. You asked several. I only see one. Yes, I believe Tyler Robinson is the shooter. Okay? What's the next one, honey? What's the next question? Yes, I believe he's the shooter. You're not being blocked. You got another question, Hit Dog Report? Let me know. Come on. Yes, Tyler Robinson is the shooter. Send me another question, honey. I only saw one. Post it up a few times. All right. We'll wait for the next one. Okay. Let's go on down to, oh, Candace, they're clocking you, girl. Paramount Tactic. Paramount Tactic. He said, okay. Candace Owens in this single clip makes the following accusations. Erica is complicit in Charlie's assassination. Erica is part of a larger conspiracy. Candace, you understand conspiracy to commit murder is still a criminal offense. It's like she doesn't know laws. Let me show you all. Conspiracy to commit murder. Conspiracy to commit murder in Arizona, since that's where. No, in Utah, because that's where he was assassinated, in Utah. What is that charge in Utah? Candace, that's second-degree felony. Ugh. This is a criminal offense in and of itself. When you falsely accuse someone of committing a crime with no evidence, and that can be proven false because there is no evidence that Erica Kirk aided in any conspiracy to commit murder. That is still defamation. Plain and simple. Defamation is when you make provable false statements, verifiably false statements, with the intent to defame someone's character, to injure or do harm or damage to their reputation. Saying that she aided in a conspiracy regarding an assassination is the same exact thing as saying that she aided in a conspiracy to commit murder. And in the state of Utah, that is a second-degree felony. Y'all want the statute code? Utah Code Section 76-4-201. Candace, that is a whole crime. You're still defaming her. You don't even have to say Erica Kirk murdered her husband. Verbatim. Just saying that she aided in a cover-up or a conspiracy to assassinate her husband is still accusing her of a crime. She's still going to sue the shit out of you, Candace. Candace, you still got it coming. Oh my God. Y'all see this? This is the Utah code. Laws are laws. And Candace is not above them. Utah Code Statute 76-4-201. And then there are elements to conspiracy, right? So in Utah, conspiracy to commit murder is classified as a second-degree felony. This means that the penalties of conspiracy to commit murder are nearly as severe as those for the actual crime itself. Meaning, you're going to probably get the same prison time that someone would get who is charged with first-degree murder. It's a felony. Candace, this criminal offense renders the consequence of it, renders jail time. It is still defamation to accuse someone of committing a crime that they did not commit, especially when your dumbass doesn't have any evidence to prove it. It's defamation, no matter how you put it. This is how, oh my God, Candace is so stupid. The minimum prison sentence for a second-degree felony is 5 years. One of the consequences of this crime is prison. And maximum can be life in prison. The conspiracy charge is based on the agreement to commit the murder, even if the murder itself is never completed. The fact that you accuse her of going to Fort Huachuca with Brian Harple to attend some top brass meeting with high-ranking military officials, particularly the Army, to plan a meeting to assassinate Charlie Kirk? Is you saying that she conspired to assassinate her husband? That is conspiracy to commit murder in the state of Utah. For F's sake, this girl refuses to read or Google or anything. She won't even call her attorneys, the ones she has left, and ask them questions. You know, what does it mean to elude that someone conspired to assassinate someone? Is that still defamation? Yes. God. Oh, Candace, you're so dumb. You can't make this up. So let's drop this information in the chat, because reading is fundamental and we do it here. God. Oh, yeah, I don't play no games with it when it comes to the law. We read it. We read it. Candace, you need to learn laws. For the purposes of this part, a person is guilty of conspiracy when he or she, intending that conduct constituting a crime be performed, agrees with one or more persons to engage in or cause the performance of the conduct, and any one of them commits an overt act in pursuance of the conspiracy, except where the offense is a capital felony, a felony against a person, arson, burglary, or robbery. The overt act is not required for the commission of conspiracy. So in order, what they're saying is this. Y'all ready? Even if you are charged with conspiracy to commit murder, the person does not, by law, according to this element, in order for you to be charged with conspiracy, the act itself does not have to be carried out. That's why her even saying that Erica Kirk conspired and covered up the assassination of Charlie Kirk is still defamatory, because conspiracy in and of itself is still a criminal act that warrants prison time. Therefore, it is just as defamatory as her saying the words, Erica Kirk murdered her husband. They're both felonies that warrant prison time. The difference is conspiracy does not require for the person to be actually unalive. But you can still get the same consequence as if they were. Candace is still stuck on stupid. I want you all to learn something out of this today. Are you learning something? Hit the 4. Hit the 4 if you understand how Candace is still going to get hit with a federal lawsuit from Erica Kirk for defamation, for even saying that she covered up or conspired to have her husband assassinated, because that is a crime. Whoo, child. Hit the 4. We understand how laws work now. I want you all to be empowered. I want you all to understand how reading is fundamental. And Candace has said those words out of her mouth. Her saying, I never said the words Erica Kirk murdered her husband. You said she conspired, covered up in the assassination of her husband. You're accusing her of conspiracy. What the F is wrong with you? It's no different. And we have the law on our side to show it. Hit dog report. You got nope. You're not gonna dumb down my chat. What does this mean? Are this mad about blacks losing their voting rights, lady? SMH. What does that mean? Read over your question again. Spell check it. Because the candy asses, I told you, are you coming my chat or you on peril? What you will not do is dumb down my chat. I don't even want to try to figure out what you're asking me here. Rephrase it and ask me again. Can't make this stuff up. Oh no. You just putting words together in a sentence. If you're not a bot, spell check and rephrase this and send this to me a little bit more eloquent. We're not doing this. We don't do broken English. Are we this mad about blacks losing their voting rights, chat? No. Who said anything about voting rights? None of this has anything to do with voting rights. I'm reading statutes on conspiracy to commit murder in the state of Utah, honey. What are you hearing? Oh, okay. All right, well, it's just calm down. What are you hearing? No one's talking about voting rights. No one. I've never said anything about that. We're reading statutes about conspiracy elements for murder. What do you mean? And you see this? Well, you see voting in this. You all see the word voting? No, it's not. It's not there. Voting is not in here. This charge has nothing to do with voting, honey. Okay? Am I going too fast? Are you able to keep up? Bless your heart. Yeah, what's the point of going back and forth with with him? You can't go back and forth with him. Oh, Jesus. All right, y'all, let's get back to this. All right, Paramount Tactics.
You sit up there and say,
Let me know.
how could you sit up there and say, yes, I 100% believe Tyler Robinson did it. That right there is why it is impossible for me to think that Erica Kirk is not complicit somehow. Because what wife with no more evidence, she's lying, like I said, she told me, I spoke to the lawyer too. He said he didn't know anything more. What wife would not say, I have no idea? I'm looking forward to seeing the evidence as much as anybody else is. Of course, maybe there could be more people out there. What's that? That is her being coached and sent to delude the public into believing that there was more and it wasn't so clear-cut when she knew that it wasn't. Evil. That's evil. And everybody involved in this on the Turning Point side, they're terrible actors just like her. And I'm going to include Frank Turek in that, who just recently went back to UVU. How could you sit up there and say, yes, I 100% believe Tyler Robinson did it?
Because evidence. Ballistics, DNA evidence, including fingerprints. He scratched himself, so that's blood. Girl. Confession. I know. Candace does not know that testimony is evidence as well. Testimony is evidence. For fuck's sake. Can't make this up. Moving on. Oh, good Lord. Candace, you got a demon in you? Oh, we all know she got a demon now. Oh, come on. Oh, we got to play this one. Milk Bar TV is on.
The podcast was just like kind of obviously took
Candace, you thought no one would, like, people are telling on you left and right, girl. Candace, you know this is going to be used in many lawsuits against you. I hope you know that. People are just telling on her ass left and right.
A little more than a week off here from the show. Kind of like I said, when I left the podcast, it was just like kind of needing to hit the reset button. Things were getting very heavy. And honestly, I feel personally better, but things still feel very heavy in terms of the political scene. And I think for me,
what does that mean? Things don't feel heavy in terms of a political scene. She just says words. And it doesn't make sense. What does that have to do with the overall point of you going around accusing Erica Kirk and murdering her husband? Of carrying out a criminal offense? What does she mean by that? Things don't feel as heavy in terms of a political scene. What political scene? Candace, didn't you say you were apolitical? Oh, Republicans and conservatives, y'all don't want Candace no more? Y'all kicking her out? Candace, I think the Republicans and the conservatives might be kicking your ass out the party, girl. Oh, man. What you will not do is claim to be neutral. Hell no. No. Girl, we will send you to the green tea and libertarians before you do that. Unless she's still a, Democrat liberal and she just doesn't want to tell anybody. Conservatives, y'all give it up on Candace. Did y'all kick her out the party yet? Candace, I think the conservatives are kicking your ass on. They said bye, Felicia. Oh, good grief. Candace, no, you've never been lie like hell and say, "Oh, I'm just neutral at this point." Ah, no, ma'am. The devil is a liar. So are you.
Me, there was the grieving process, having to get to the accepting standpoint.
Yeah, because she thinks she's gone through all the stages of grieving, and now Erica Kirk should be on the same level where she is, and blah blah blah, and that's it. How dare you still grieve after 8 months? I got over it. Candace, how much did you pay Tyler Robinson?
Getting to the point of acceptance, and then also realizing that nothing in Charlie's life was real. It's just something that.
Well, who says this shit? He had 2 kids. To the candy asses. So are the kids not real? I mean, I get you all hate Erica Kirk's guts because Candace is jealous and envious her. Are the 2 children not real? What about his parents? Are they fake? So the kids who are minors and they're innocent in all of this, they're not real either? Are we doing that? Kids are not real. Oh, Lord have mercy. The kids aren't real either. These 2 babies, they don't get to be real. Candace. Kids not real, so they fictitious as well. Y'all, you can't make this up. She just said, I just realized everything in his life is not real. He has 2 kids. What you mean? You alien?
Point, getting to the point of acceptance, and then also realizing that nothing in Charlie's life was real. It's just
nothing. She didn't say except the kids. Nope. The kids were not excluded out of this. 2 minor children who aren't even 6 years old were not excluded out of this statement because Candace is a demon. Yep. I mean, if you want to sit here and say the kids aren't real, Candace, what you claim to be an alien. We said we'll go with that, okay? You're acting soulless and evil. That's what makes you a demon. But at the very least, you alien. How do you somehow render the kids to be null and void? He had 2 children, a little boy and a little girl. Why aren't they real? Why aren't they real? I'm just saying. Why aren't they real? Why aren't the kids real? Candace, you know you come in my chat, you better come in as yourself. Don't pull that cowardly move. Girl, bye. Why aren't the kids real? They're babies. What they got to do with anything? Somehow she's rendered the kids null and void. Nothing is real in his life. And in the back of her mind, she's like, F them kids.
Standpoint, getting to the point of acceptance, and then also realizing that nothing in Charlie's life was real. It's just something that keeps me up at night. Just nothing in his life was real. Like everyone's just like, oh, let's just move on. It's so crazy to want to figure out what happened. Let's just start issuing gag orders and the way to honor him.
Who issued her a gag order? Candace, do you understand that your name would be in the gag order itself? You dumb alien. That's not how gag orders work, you moron. That's not how it works. Gag orders are very specific. When it comes to certain evidence, they have federal laws in place that give the courts guidance on how to handle evidence related to an open investigation or a murder trial or any criminal trial in general. Nope, you're not privy to that. How did the kids somehow not become real now? The 2 children, you know, his daughter and son that are babies, toddlers. Why are they not real?
Him is to give money. I don't know. There's just something really sick and demonic about the entire thing.
Candace, you are
obviously took a little more than a week off here.
Yeah, Candace is a demon. Can't make this up. Can't make this up. All right, y'all. We gotta go over to did I get this one? Hell yeah. Let's get this one in.
She stood to profit from increased
I never. I don't think I played this one before. Oh no, I did. I played this one. All right, let's get over to YouTube. Tuesday, we're doing a deep dive. Let's get over to YouTube. Oh, Candace, Fax Me is going in on you. Shout out to Fax Me, y'all. It's the Cuckoo Candace show. Oh, look at who we have here. Shout out to Mr. Rogers. May he rest in peace. This man has blessed many people on earth and doesn't even know it. So let me drop the video link in the chat. And if I could get one of the mods to please drop the YouTube channel link in the chat for Fax Me, I would appreciate that. Thank you kindly. There you go. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Hit the like button. Ooh, child. Let's get a little laughter in. And then we got a few videos to get over here. Because Candace, you tried and you failed. Let's go. Hit the phone where you can see and hear.
Ladies and gentlemen, liberals and morons, from the rafters to the front row, it's time! It's the Cuckoo Hour, hey! With the liberal power. Whoa! This show is a smash, make checks payable in cash. It's the Cuckoo Hour, hey! Where the facts aren't allowed. Yes! Welcome to the stage where losers can laugh. Cuckoo Candace, crazy all around.
This is a major bomb I'm dropping.
Yeah, something is dropping.
Who do you think did it?
The guy they arrested.
There you have it, guys. It was an Egyptian satellite built by the Chews launching lasers from space.
What?
This show is fake and gay. Erica did it. She did it. I feel it in my gut. I'll show you proof tomorrow.
You literally said Erica did it.
I never said that. I never said that. That's not what I said. Residents of Turning Point, USA was at the Alamo in 1836. They are involved. We all know it.
You are a re-re-return. You said Turning Point was involved.
Nope. You are confusing me with another grifter.
Don't care about your grifting.
Nope. We all know it.
You're a fan of Candace.
Can you tell me what she said that's fact?
The sheep.
Guys, check out my new book, Whacked Out. It explains how I used successful white men to get famous.
Oh my goodness! Oh, this should be longer. It's not long enough. Oh man! Oh y'all, we got a watch party tomorrow for 2 of the live shows that Fax Me has done in the last 2 days. So tomorrow watch party for Fax Me is gonna be on and popping. Let's get Mira K in.
So this has happened.
Oh my god. Y'all shout out to Mira K. And then you guys wanted me to check out this Ben Shapiro. And listen, Nick Brooks covered this daggone lawsuit, and I want to hear it. the end. I want to hear it. All right. So let's get to this, y'all. Hit the 4 where you can hear it. Shout out to Mira. Let me get her video link in the chat. Sorry about that freeze frame, girl, but you look good, girl.
Erica Cook has now called out Candace Owens for everything that is going on in the internet. And of course, this is an enormous moment for everybody that we have been waiting for. If you have been following the drama, Candace Owens has been going after Erica Cook, allegedly calling out that she is the murderer of Charlie Kirk, or at least she's very, very not trustworthy. And Erica's name has been besmirched all over the internet. Now, just this week, Erica was actually present at the assassination attempt event in Washington, I think it was, of Donald J. Trump. And a video went unbelievably viral of her crying as she left because, as you can imagine, she was a little bit traumatized. This is how Candace Owens decided to respond to that event, which is just so classy.
Now, despite this actually being a story, we were immediately inundated with social media posts. And for some reason, the star of the would-be saga was none other than Ms. Erica Kirk. Somehow, At the exact right moment, and amidst all of the chaos and the subsequent lockdown, someone had captured the exact moment that Erica Kirk was walking out and captured the audio of her saying this.
I just want to go fly.
Okay. So the clip was first shared by Sarah Seidner. She is of CNN. She's a CNN reporter. But I noted pretty early on, I thought that was pretty precise for her to have recorded that. Also, she's on air talent, so it would be unusual for her to...
Candace, why you keep wearing these ugly ass moo shirts? What you got on? You can't make this up. And all the shirts are like 3/4 lengths. They never go down her arm. Candace, what the hell are you wearing? You look like somebody's Mimo. You done made too much money to sit here and dress like you 88 years old. Girl, stop. Oh, good grief. Is thing on moo?
Just be like trying to get things behind the camera. Anyways, she stopped short. I've looked everywhere of ever saying that she herself recorded it, which I found to be interesting. That's interesting to me. And so I reached out to her on Instagram ahead of the show. I reached out yesterday and I think the day before on Instagram, on Twitter, and via text, asking her to simply confirm that she in fact shot the video and that was not given to her by somebody else. I got no response. I would like to confirm that she actually shot that footage. Actually, there are other people that are in the corridor who have cell phones. I'll put a bounty on it. I will offer $10,000 to somebody who has the opposite side footage.
She will not get
and I
money.
obviously will not run your name. I will protect you if you have that opposite side footage of the person who caught that footage.
Candace will never protect you or your information. Because when her ass gets in legal trouble, she will rat you out. Do you understand? So the person that sent her that EMR of Charlie Kirk's ER visit when he went to the hospital, she will give you up. Because you violated HIPAA laws and she disseminated that illegally acquired information. She didn't have anybody's permission to post that up on social media. And she is going to give up your name. Whomever you are that works at the hospital, she's going to give you up. Because her ass has been reported on that so many times. There's no option but for her to be investigated. That's a violation of federal law. HIPAA privacy laws are federal laws. Why would she post that up? God knows. But that's just one example of where when she hits the fan, she will rat you out. Candace will not be protecting you. Nope.
10K is yours, no questions asked.
Okay, so this is very, very typical Candace Owens, in which she manages to make an event in which Erica Kirk was filmed sobbing after an assassination attempt, which, as you could probably imagine, might be a little bit triggering and traumatic, into look at how Erica Kirk is staging everything again. This event, this footage, it was just so unbelievably perfect. How is it possible? Now, I have to say that if I was a journalist at an event and an assassination attempt, and I was triggered to the fact that Candace Owens, Charlie Kirk's wife was there, and Charlie Kirk was the biggest assassination event in our living history, okay? I would think to myself, I really should get some footage of Erica Kirk responding to this. Why? Not because I'm a particularly good person, but because I'm a journalist. And this is the kind of content that people are going to want to see. If you know anything about viral stories, of course, the widow of the biggest assassination event being at an assassination attempt, again, within the same year, that is interesting footage and the type of footage that people would very much want to see, especially if she's having a meltdown, because everybody likes to watch somebody have a meltdown because we are not great human beings. Okay. That is the real actual story behind the scenes of probably what went down when this footage was filmed. But of course, Candace Owens now puts a bounty on Erica Kirk's head, or on the filmer. That's not correct. Candace Owens puts a bounty on anybody who can find this footage, the original footage, to prove that Erica Kirk actually staged it. Okay? To prove it. Now, why did it get to this journalist? If this journalist wasn't the one filming it, we could also address that allegation. Pretty simple. Somebody did film it and thought to themselves, this would be great footage to get out to CNN. I'm sure a lot of people would like to see Erica in a moment of weakness. Let's send it. Okay? The fact that Candace manages to now correlate this and make it sound that Erica Kirk has obviously framed this entire incident is exactly what she's good at. She can take an event and just morph it, twist it, shame it so that it sounds like something, but not actually say it explicitly. And why is this important? Because in the film, the footage of Erica responding to Candace Owens and everything that's going on, which we will see in a second, she says and talks about the allegations of Candace, and Candace's minions are now responding, being like, that's not what she said. She never said that she actually murdered her husband. Okay, let's watch Erica first before we just get into the hullabaloo of this. 1 second, let's pull it up. Okay.
A school teacher that attempted to change our history for the worst with bullets. And everyone is asking why I even went to the White House Correspondents' Dinner. And it was because many of the journalists in that room have
Steve, check
attempted
your
to
X message.
dehumanize me. And I wanted to meet some of them face to face, quite frankly. Why have a conversation about me when you can have a conversation with me? So, for example, a journalist from the Daily Mail came up to me. She introduced herself and she was saying, she was very gracious. She was saying, "You look so beautiful. I'm so sorry for your loss." To which I replied, "It is so nice to put a name to the face, especially with all of the slander, the lies, accusations that are out there surrounding my husband's murder and myself." And I said to her, "You know what's so interesting? This is my first time at the White House Correspondents' Dinner. And I find it so fascinating, the dynamic that is going on right now, because everyone is all dressed up and you guys are co-mingling in and out of each other's cocktail parties. And so for one night, you are able to put aside all of your differences for the sake of freedom of speech. And then by Monday morning, things will go back to being an absolute bloodbath between all of you." To which she replied, literally, she said, "I know. Isn't it special, right? Isn't tonight so special?"
Can I just say,
That's
what
so
a
weird.
courageous thing to do. Can you imagine being a widow who's being slandered? Literally.
Yeah, that is such a weird, ominous thing to hear. Right before a gunman comes into the hotel to open fire. That puts a chill down my spine. I don't know about you all, but I'm telling you, hearing something like that, knowing she's getting death threats, kidnapping threats against her and her children. And then she had to cancel an event with the VP and then decided to still go out to an event where the president and VP are, where the candy ass is all around here talking about, "Oh, it's supposed to be the safest people on earth. Look what happened." And then I hear something like that. You think I'm going to stay there? Nope. Can I get a to-go plate? Can y'all pack this stuff up? Make 2 plates, 2 more plates for me and my kids. I'm not cooking tonight. I'm going straight home, feed my kids dinner, read a story, get them baths. We're going to have movie night, and I'm going to be safe in my house, aside from Candace's cult followers that are stalking me in my building. I'd rather go home. I'm not staying at that dinner. I hear something like that. And these are the same people that got mad at her for canceling a free event. And they claim being around the VP was safe. So being around the president isn't? Look what happened. And I hear something like that. Nope. I'm getting the hell out of here. You said tonight's special? What's special about tonight? What you mean? How did these correspondent dinners go? My first time here, girl. I don't know what you're talking about, but that sounds weird to hear you say that. I'm on edge right now. Do you understand? I had to cancel a free event with the vice president. So what is that supposed to mean? I'm finna get out of here. Security, can we go? Can y'all pack that up? Y'all get y'all some co-plates. We gotta go. Take me home. I'm not staying there. I hear something like that. Bye. And then look what happened. That's what's so crazy about this.
Slandered. And instead of dealing with it just by moving back, she actually goes to this event to be able to say, yeah, you're the BITCH who spoke about me. This is the kind of persona that Erica should become known for. And she would have, in my opinion, had Candace Owens not made it her literal lifelong mission to destroy this woman's reputation and name. That's what people would have heard. Wow, this woman is actually going to face the journalist. That's what courage looks like. But instead, why is she going? What's so creepy about her? How's she doing this? Now, another thing we'll talk about in a second is her outfit. Okay, let's review more.
And following that conversation, it was time to take our seats and we went into the big ballroom where the dinner was. And one of the first things I noticed when I walked into that room was quite literally the proximity of the opposing outlets to one another. So you have one table here that's Politico and another table here that's Fox and another table here that's WAPO, and you're all crammed together, elbow to elbow. And to make the night even more of a spectacle, every single 10-person table had 10 bottles of wine. And the president of the White House Correspondents Association, she did a great job of trying to make the evening have that feeling of Americana. You know, we were in a room celebrating freedom of speech despite our differences. And the U.S. Marine Band performed the national anthem so beautifully. And then shortly thereafter, gunshots rang out and total chaos ensued. And you guys have all seen what happened next because there are 1,000 videos of it. So Let's discuss that fact for a second. If you were in that room, you had no way of knowing what the status of the shooter was, how many there were, or honestly, really anything. It was just utter chaos. And so during an active shooting, these journalists are using their phones to find moments to capture for clips. They were so concerned about getting a video in a room with an active shooter that they could have accidentally and quite literally filmed themselves being shot.
My God.
Many of those people have become so desensitized that fight or flight became secondary to the opportunity of putting themselves into the story, which ironically breaks the number one rule of journalism. And again, ironically enough, the shooter was a teacher. You have these people who are supposed to be teaching our children the future of this country, and he's so unhinged that he is able to teach children by day and then attempt to murder the president of the United States by night.
Is anything she's saying here wrong? Literally anything that she's saying wrong? No, it's all true. It's all captivating. It's all interesting.
And in his manifesto, he starts by contextualizing himself by saying, I am a citizen of the United States of America. And while we may have big problems with illegal immigration in this country, I have to tell you, we have an even bigger problem when it comes to the systemic indoctrination and radicalization of our own citizens.
Yep.
This is what got my husband killed. This is what has led to 3 legitimate attempts on President Trump's life. And I can speak firsthand to that unbearable toll that this must take on our First Lady. There has never been a president who has faced this many assassination attempts in Americans' entire history. And after each one, the reaction from the far left has been, at best, a shrug, and in some cases, a sick disappointment that the shooter was unsuccessful. We are all human beings. And if you can just pause and just take a minute and ask yourself, how would you feel if even just one person made cruel jokes about the attempted murder of your loved one? That is what Jimmy Kimmel did to the First Lady. He said that she had the glow of an expected widow.
I'm going to say this, and I've said this before. I don't think that Trump was the target this time. Not at this White House Correspondents' Dinner. I don't think he was the target. I just don't feel and believe, based on the fact that you had these crazy ass Candace cult members pissed off at her canceling a free event, ironically, the week prior with the VP at UGA. They were so mad about that, and it was ridiculous. It's like, what the hell? Y'all don't pay this girl's mortgage? Have several seats. Why are y'all mad at that? She lost no money. Why would Candace go out her way to lie about that too? Oh, are you canceling because of the ticket sales and all? There was no ticket sales. It was free. She went out her way to try to paint this image that this girl lost money. It's so ironic that she canceled. You sound mad that she canceled. And the even greater irony is that, Candace, if you don't record shows on Fridays, then why would you feel the need to have to tell people you went to Italy? Who cares? No one was expecting your show, right? Typically, she don't release her pre-recorded videos on Fridays. So if you went out of town on a Friday, who cares? But see, the thing is, that timing of that is so convenient, isn't it, Candace? Where you're too busy being upset with her for canceling a free event with the vice president. And then the following week at this correspondence dinner where she does attend, then there's this shooting at the hotel. See, there have been other events that Trump has gone to where he didn't have to worry about this. I don't think he was the target. I think she was. What better way to try to disguise this as some hit on her by saying you're aiming for the president when you were just pissed off that she didn't show up with the VP at a free event. I mean, they made a big deal out of that for nothing. It's free. Fuck over it. And then when she does get the courage to go up to her first White House Correspondents' Dinner, the irony of a shooter showing up. When, let's just be honest and frank. If someone really wanted to go and put a mark on Trump, how many things has he done in the last 2-3 weeks? Why the White House Correspondents' Dinner again? I just don't get the feeling that he was the target. I think she was. And it's easier to go along with this plot and this narrative that he was the target because he was there. And there have been 2 other attempts already. But think about this. That attempt could have been taken any other time if he were the target. Why this correspondence dinner? That's never happened at a dinner like this. And you know, White House Correspondents' Dinners where all these reporters come together. Like she said, where they go at each other's throats and compete with each other every other day of the week. Once a year, they come together and they all joke, hanging out between the president, VP, all of that. Any other time, they could have went after Trump in the last 3 weeks of all the opportunities that were had. Why the White House Correspondents' Dinner? What kind of ominous thing to say like that? Like it's so that's just weirded out to say. Isn't it nice so special? What you mean? I don't feel deep down personally that he was the target. I think Erica Kirk was the target. And it's just easier to try to say he was because this is the 3rd attempt, allegedly. He's at least had 2 confirmed attempts previously. So it's easier to say, well, people keep making these attempts against Trump. I don't think he was the target. I think he just, if anything, God forbid, he would have been a bystander. But he was not the target. I think Erica Kirk was. That's how I feel about that. I've said this before and I'll say it again. That's exactly how I feel. I think Erica Kirk was the target.
The glow of an expected widow. Just 48 hours before that nightmare almost became a reality. In this culture we're living in, absorbs disagreement as a form of personal betrayal. It turns having an opposing viewpoint into a moral crime worthy of punishment. And here's what I've realized through all of this, truly, having lived through quite literal hell these past 7 months, if you strip someone of their humanity long enough, you will arrive at the chilling conclusion that they don't deserve to exist at all. Every morning I wake up to a new headline lying about me.
Here it is, guys.
I have comedians dressing up in whiteface. I have people saying I'm not fit to be CEO. And I have Candace Owens claiming I murdered my husband. And the list goes on and on and on. There is a serious epidemic of dehumanization plaguing this country.
Here's what's so interesting. She's actually not even making it about her. She gave a whole speech right now talking about everything that's going on in America, which she's absolutely correct about. And she's not even making it about her. She mentions the fact that she knows what is actually going on. But she's talking about what's happening to America. Look at the moral difference. Look at the clarity that this woman has. And I can't believe how many negative comments I've seen about this clip because of what she's wearing, because she's dressed up as an assassin, because she has this intense, creepy look. All of that, I literally don't care about. Listen to what she is saying. It's unbelievable.
The most unthinkable tragedies have now become commonplace in our daily headlines, and yet the media finds a way to conveniently explain away violence. This is what we're up against. This is what we're up against. What is happening right now is something none of us can afford to ignore. The evil forces working to divide us, to distract us, and to pull us apart has never been stronger. This is a moment for Americans to come together and decide what kind of country we are going to be before we lose our country altogether. In Romans chapter 12, verse 21, it says, "Do not be overcome by evil, but overcome evil with good." And this is why my husband created Turning Point USA, so we could have civil discourse and debate and open dialogue, because when we stop talking to each other, bad things happen. I am choosing to fight for America, for my children, for your children, and for our humanity. Because we all need to do our part. And by the grace of God, we will succeed, and America will remain what she was always called to be, a shining city on a hill, a light to the world. So let me give you a perfect example of how it's done. My husband did it best and left us the blueprint on how to have uncomfortable conversations with those who disagree. Buckle up, everybody. Here we go.
Okay. Can anybody who just watched that with me say that there was anything
So
really problematic about that clip? Anything super creepy? Okay, yeah, I get the eye thing, like, and the outfit choice. Again, this woman does need better PR. This is not a good thing. But that was eloquent. That was beautiful.
Hey, she getting her Janet Jackson look on. All she needs is a few lapels on that. It would be badass. You kidding me? On a black hat and a black button-down shirt. It don't matter what that girl wear. Candace cult members allow Erica Kirk to live rent-free in their head 24/7. So it's irrelevant to what she wears. They're going to have a problem with it. They don't care. Don't matter. That girl could be sitting there with a white t-shirt on and a polo hat. I mean, they don't have a problem with that. It don't matter what she wears. They have a problem with everything she says and does. She can't change her eyes. She don't need to. Let them have a problem with her. At least they have a problem with her being herself, as opposed to her trying to appease them. This is not a PR stunt. She wore what she wanted to wear. She put on her black button-down, her hat, and all that. They're going to have a problem with it either way. Question is, why the hell should anyone care about that? I don't care what that girl wears. I don't have to buy her clothes. The Candace cult members don't buy her wardrobe. They don't even donate to TPUSA. They could care less. They never liked her. Most of the people that are out here attacking Erica Kirk never cared for her in the first place. They're fueling Candace and her BS because they never cared for Erica Kirk or Charlie Kirk or TPUSA to begin with. You don't have to be fans of theirs. But why are you talking about somebody's clothes when you don't buy her clothes? You don't have to go shopping for her. You don't give her any money to pay to get her wardrobe. What difference does it make? She is a grown-ass woman. She can wear what she want to wear.
Well, that was correct. That was the right way to do something. Okay, the right way to respond. She didn't make it about her. She just spoke about the importance of us actually dealing with the issues through her own experience. Listen to how Candace Owens responds. Very uncomfortable to watch. Painful prompt to read. A clear speech clearly written by someone else. Objectively terrible, so they will not pay for people to tell us otherwise. Also, of everything I've said about Erica, she chooses to respond to something I never said. They always lie. Here she is coming back to this point, being like, I have never said that Erica is responsible for the death of Charlie Kirk. Okay? This is the thing, and that she keeps on claiming. I have never accused Erica of killing Charlie Kirk.
Guys, straight to jail for questioning at least Erica. I don't care who's mad. I really do not care who wants to be upset after this episode. Really, you'll be wasting your breath. You can spend $1 billion on influencers because this is all becoming increasingly inexplicable. You are asked.
Who asked for the jailing of an American citizen when there is no crime committed? Straight to jail, Candace? Straight to jail? Oh, this is so going to be an exhibit in a lawsuit against you, Candace. Oh, when Erica Kirk drops that federal lawsuit on your head, this will be an exhibit. You're wanting her jailed for what crime? She wore a black button-down shirt and a black hat, Your Honor. And then Lady Luck Club said it was like a good version of Janet Jackson and Rhythm Nation. So you want us to put her in jail for her wardrobe? What the hell was the crime again? Candace, cite the statute code that was violated. Why haven't you surrendered over evidence again to the local authorities? What exactly would she be going to jail for again? I want the Candy Asses to answer that question in my chat. Please do. Oh, come into that chat and put in there why exactly would Candace open up an entire show saying straight to jail? Come on with it.
Keeps on claiming. I have never accused Erica of killing Charlie Kirk.
Guys, straight to jail for questioning at least Erica. I don't care who's mad. I really do not care who wants to be upset after this episode. Really, you'll be wasting your...
Oh, okay, so the judge and jury will not care how you feel when she sues the ever-living crap out of you in a federal lawsuit. Look at God. Ain't he good? So just as much as you don't care now, Candace, keep that energy up. Keep that energy out, because the jury will not give a damn how you feel. Neither does the law or evidence. No, those things don't care about how you feel either. Keep this energy out, girl. Why would Erica Kirk go to jail again? Come on, Candace, say it.
Your breath. You can spend $1 billion on influencers because this is all becoming increasingly inexplicable. You are asking me to be an idiot, actually, and I cannot do that
You are
for
an
you.
idiot, Candace.
Someone once commented beneath this show that if the situations were reversed and there were this many verifiable lies that Charlie told regarding guys straight.
Okay, so in this clip, yeah, she didn't say Erica killed Charlie Kirk.
Oh,
She
Candace.
insinuated saying because of all the lies that Erica says, she should go to jail because it's so obvious that she should be a suspect. Now, here's the thing. If this was a murder case, just like a regular murder case, then wives are suspects. But in the case of a direct assassination attempt, she's not a suspect and she shouldn't be a suspect. This is exactly what Candace does. She manipulates the information. She manipulates it and manipulates it and manipulates it, and she does it with pride.
All right, you guys, first and foremost, thank you for all of the birthday wishes. Back on air today, back from Rome. Can't wait to respond to everything. The Time magazine cover. Very quickly want to get in my predictions for the Erica addressing the world about the shooting, the Secret Service shooting, apparently. I'm going to guess that they're going to use this now as an excuse to say that she's not going to be touring anymore because, as I told you guys in the background, the students are beginning to revolt against her and they don't want to host her for events and they're having a hard time selling tickets, but they're going to kind of parlay this, again, total guess, they're going to parlay this into, well, she's been re-traumatized by the shooting and that's the reason she's going to take a step back because the world has become too violent.
Isn't she just a despicable cow? She's just such
Candace, seems to me that
despicable pup.
nothing more.
Okay, just despicable. And that's where we're at now. Now they're releasing text messages between people who were corresponding with Candace, blah, blah. But this is what's going on. Erica, in my opinion, has been heroic in her response, totally legitimate, totally honest. Again, somebody may have written it for her. Let's be honest. AI is writing for most people online at the moment, and there's no problem with that. It saves people time as long as it's aligned with their messaging. And Candace is here to make it out that no, I never said anything about Erica being the murderer. We all know that you had your enormous series intentionally to besmirch Erica's name. You might not have said those exact words. But that was your intention from the beginning. We all know it's true. It's getting kind of boring. That is the breakdown of the drama of today. Thank you for your attention to this matter.
Ooh, child.
I'm not sure there's.
Okay, hold on. Lisa, where is the? You said you sent me a link. I'm not seeing it. I think Candace calls himself deported. Yeah, that'd be all right. Where's the link? You say you emailed. Did you email me a link? I'm not getting. I don't see any email from you. Did you email it to me? The link is not going to show. I can't see the link on my end from StreamYard. Can you email it? Oh, email me that. Is it Liz? Email me at ladyluckclub.llc@yahoo.com. Club LLC. I'm gonna drop my email in the chat. There you go. Yeah, email me that. I'm out, my dog, but answer on DMs. Okay, cool. Lisa, email me if you can. I'm not seeing the link here. I can't see any links in the StreamYard chat. I can see the links, but I can't click on it. That's what I meant to say. I'm sorry. I can't click on it. So email it to me if you don't mind, Lisa. Okay. So this is Ben Shapiro defending Erica Kirk, of course. And then CFA tagged me in on a video on X. So when we go back over there, we'll check that out. And it's, oh man, that Ruben called him cartoonishly evil. I told y'all he a crackhead Mickey Mouse. I told y'all Tucker Carlson a crackhead Mickey Mouse. We y'all gonna believe me when he's a clown. He's such a clown. All right, let's get to Ben Shapiro right quick. I got your link over there on CFA. At least I'll look out for your email. All right, let's go.
Bigger liar in American life than Candace Owens. I mean, truly, an astonishing liar. So Candace, she has said that she regrets her vote for Trump. Listen, we all have some regrets in life. But in today's news surrounding Candace Owens, Erica Kirk has now come out and condemned Candace directly after months of Candace implying, openly stating that Erica was complicit in Charlie's death, finally Erica Kirk came out and said something. And by the way, I have to say, as somebody who was saying from literally the first moment this sort of crap started circulating, that it's garbage and terrible and horrible and evil what people are doing to Erica, as somebody who laments the fact that that's somehow a controversial statement in some right-wing circles and that where are her allies? The fact that she has to come out and defend herself here from this nonsense is indicative of a moral collapse on the part of the pseudo-right. It's disgusting that Erica has to somehow come out and defend herself from bizarre charges that she's involved in a cover-up of the murder of her husband. She's the mother of his kids.
Yep.
It's disgusting. Disgusting that she has to do this. Well, yesterday, in a much noted internet moment, she called out Candace Owens for her disgusting conspiracism. Here she was.
Every morning I wake up to a new headline lying about me. I have comedians dressing up in whiteface. I have people saying I'm not fit to be CEO. And I have Candace Owens claiming I murdered my husband. And the list goes on and on and on.
And as she points out, she is now under a security threat because of this sort of stuff, which of course is true.
Yep.
I mean, by the way, I know this kind of stuff is true because I know where my security threats come from as well. Here's Erica saying that if you keep stripping people of their humanity, then this is where you end up.
I'm so glad, Jennifer. Drop the
This culture we're living in absorbs disagreement as a form of personal betrayal. It turns having an opposing viewpoint into a moral crime worthy of punishment. And here's what I've realized through all of this, truly, having lived through quite literal hell these past 7 months, if you strip someone of their humanity long enough, you will arrive at the chilling conclusion that they don't deserve to exist at all.
Okay, so Erica finally spoke out.
Keep calling her.
And then Candace denied everything because she's a coward. So she put out a tweet, quote, very uncomfortable to watch, painful prompt to read, a speech clearly written by someone else, objectively terrible. So they will now pay for people to tell us otherwise. Also, everything I've ever said about Erica, she chooses to respond to something I never said. They always lie. I'm not sure there's a bigger liar in American life than Candace Owens. I mean, truly, an astonishing liar. So it turns out a person named Aubrey Leitch was texting with Candace Owens, and Andrew Colvett released these texts. And in the text, she literally accuses Erica Kirk of murder. So this person, Aubrey Leitch and Candace, were texting each other during the, you remember part of the saga is when Erica was forced basically to go and sit down with Candace while she was making these crazy accusations. This is just before the TPUSA event at the end of last year. And this person wrote, I assume she's coming to you. This is actually so wild. And Candace said, and she's apparently been preparing since yesterday evening. And this Aubrey Leitch person said, been preparing explanations for all the lies they have told, I assume. If Colvett and her have any common sense, they see the online narrative and understand that their support is fading very rapidly. And Candace said, she is coming here, and yes, absurd, they need to prepare. And then this Aubrey Leitch person wrote back, geez, that's actually crazy. I'm so intrigued to hear how it goes. I got your back. Go Max. And she wrote back, I'm asking everything. First question, why did you murder your husband? Here's the thing. If you own a business, you probably have no idea how many brokers it actually takes to insure it. That is a huge policies or speak English.
Oh, come on. Nope.
Shapiro.
Nope.
And here is Candace making a wild series of accusations ranging from complicity of Erica in the murder to all sorts of other accusations surrounding Erica. She is truly an awful human being. And honestly, if you are an audience member of Candace who foments this sort of evil, because she makes money off of you. The way she makes money is by spewing trash into the public sphere, and then she makes money off it through advertising. You know, that's how she does it. So if she's monetizing your gullibility, then you are complicit in this nonsense. Here is Candace.
That right there is why it is impossible for me to think that Erica Kirk is not complicit somehow. Straight to jail. For questioning at least Erica. I have seen enough, ladies and gentlemen. I've seen enough. Erica Kirk should be dragged into a police precinct for questioning, like I said.
Oh, dragged it to yo. Oh, Lord have mercy. Candace. You should get your ass whooped. I mean, you know, we could just all go there. This is unbelievable. They should drag her to a police precinct. When you're having her stalked 24/7, you would think you would have evidence to submit over to the local authorities of any crime you're accusing her of committing. When you're having her stalked. Funny how she's still a free woman. And your dumb cult members don't want to go to jail for stalking. Go figure.
The amount of evidence that is now piling up, I would say, against Erica Kirk is almost akin to an NBC Dateline episode.
I don't want to say anything that's controversial. She did it, but I don't want
It just screams at me that this was an inside job. It reeks of an inside job. That is how I feel.
No one cares. What can you prove? Your feelings are irrelevant and moot in the court of law. And you want them to go back and forth with you. She wants Brian Harper to still respond to her as if he owes her a damn thing. Candace, you are harassing this man at this point. The first time you reached out to him and he ignored you, why did you reach out to him 2 more times after that? And then you get in a video and demand an alibi. No, you dumb Oompa Loompa. This alien Ewok of a White Walker, demon child, bride of Chucky, still wants Brian Harper to give him, whatever, his alibi. For what? He's not under any legal requirement to give her shit. And that is the thing she's going to learn the hard way. There's a mighty high price to pay for you going out here, harassing this man, doxing him, having him targeted, bullied, saying that he should have been fired, defamed, all because you just wanted to have a target to go out and throw a dart in. Not because you have evidence of any of this. Simply because you want to connect Erica Kirk to some conspiracy to commit murder. Oh, what better way to do it? Let's connect her to the head of security at Fort Huachuca and blah, blah, blah. We'll just wing it from there. Keep that energy up, heifer. Don't get mad when they sue you into oblivion. And we're here for it. We're going to report on all of that. Clown.
But she never said any of that. She never said it. By the way, she lies about a lot of stuff, as it turns out. Like, most recently, she lied about the fact that her husband was allegedly arrested for a DUI in August 2023. She said it wasn't true. It turns out that there was a police report showing that her husband, George, who is a British immigrant who now has dual citizenship, at the time I don't believe he did, that he was found on the side of a highway, more alcohol than human. Apparently his blood alcohol level was 0.261, which is 3.3 times the legal limit, somewhere in that neighborhood. He was also wandering on the side of the road in possession of a firearm. She lied about that too. She said that never happened. Apparently that police report is now widely available. Also, a member of Charlie's security team, the head of his security, has now filed a defamation lawsuit against Candace for saying that he and Erica conspired to murder Charlie. According to the lawsuit, quote, Candace Owens, a wealthy, influential, and well-known conspiracy theorist with a massive social media following, falsely accused Brian Harper of conspiring to assassinate Charlie Kirk. She did so in coordination with Mitchell Snow, who fed Owens a completely and obviously fabricated story that Brian Harper met with Army intelligence officers and Erica Kirk, Charlie's now widow, at Fort Huachuca to plan the murder. Unsurprisingly, this lawsuit follows. There are 6 counts in the lawsuit, ranging from defamation to false light invasion of privacy to civil conspiracy to defame to aiding and abetting defamation. He's demanding a jury trial. Again, the fact that Erica has been forced to now defend herself, the fact that there's a lawsuit about all of this, it doesn't just show that Candace Owens is quite a terrible human being, which clearly she is. It also shows the absolute unbelievable cowardice of so many people who have been hugging her for the last 8 months. True cowardice. And if you think that the sort of vile, toxic garbage that she's been spewing into the public sphere has no impact, know that the left has picked it up as well. Jennifer Welch, who again is sort of, I have no idea why this person is in some way popular with the left, but you know, they pick weird models for sure. Jennifer Welch dressed up like Erica Kirk to tell Erica Kirk that she is a racist fascist because Erica Kirk, you know, is pursuing the great crime of defending herself from charges that she murdered her husband or is complicit in a cover-up of said murder.
Make sure you like and subscribe. Make sure you pre-order my book, which I would like to dedicate to one Erica Kirk, not today fascist. And Erica, the person that I'm talking about today, fascist, is you. You are the racist fascist about whom I am talking to. The work that your husband's company and that you are doing to America's youth to make them racist, narrow-minded, hateful, and bat crazy is an absolute disgrace. And thank you for the outfit, #inspo. Thank you very much for that. It's been a lot of fun. Make sure you subscribe to our channel. Make sure you pre-order my book,
God,
Not
the
Today
absolute
Fascist. You're welcome for
ugly
your
cattiness, but she's making money off of it.
I'm serious.
Disgusting.
I mean, And Candace retweet. Didn't she like this tweet? This was on X, right? Candace was all for this. This is good. Candace, she's out here liking and retweeting and putting forth in her videos. Candace was like, "Oh yeah, you going in on Erica Kirk? Okay, let me get in on it." Candace is completely obsessed with that woman. And for what? When you don't pay her bills. Candace Owens does not pay Erica Kirk's bills at all. Why is she obsessed with her? Candace, are you going to ever tell us who Samantha is? You know, the one that was kissing all over your face like a lap dog. Do I have to play that video again or what? I mean, you know. Candace is completely ignoring any, like, the videos on her. She ignores that. She don't care. Oh, man. All right, y'all. Let's go back to X right quick. This is video Sifa sent over of crackhead Mickey Mouse, Tucker Carlson. Tucker, you can kiss my ass. I care nothing about you, your existence, how you feel, or none of that. Just want to put that out there. I don't watch him or listen to him. Sifa, you better be glad I love you, girl.
Subject to, this is well known, but I'll just confirm it, nonstop treachery from people on the neoconservative side.
Who are these people?
Around Marco Rubio. And they have been totally against JD Vance from the very beginning. and have been
Who do
working
you
to
mean
undermine them.
specifically?
You know, I don't know is the real answer. I don't know.
What? Accusing people of treachery, so I'm wondering.
Well, I know there's been a lot of treachery for sure, and I know they were so mad about JD getting that job.
He gossips like a little girl. How do you all put up with this clown? Are you kidding me? What is he talking about? Oh, Tucker Carlson need to be checked into a mental health facility. What the hell is he saying? What is he saying? That she's trying to keep up. He's just going from one statement to another. Like, none of this makes sense. Oh, he's such a cornball.
Treachery from people on the neoconservative side.
Who are these people?
Around Marco Rubio. And they have been totally against JD Vance from the very beginning. and have been
Who do
working
you
to
mean
undermine them.
specifically?
You know, I don't know is the real answer. I don't know.
Accusing people of treachery, so I'm wondering.
Well, I know there's been a lot of treachery for sure, and I know they were so mad about JD getting that job. I mean,
Who's they? Within the White House?
I don't know the answer to that. I've never worked.
What you mean? What you mean? Why are you talking right now? This child, this man baby child, crackhead Mickey Mouse. Sorry, Mickey Mouse. I'm not even trying to insult you. He's just a crackhead version of it. Oh my God. Who do you mean you don't know who are they? Who is they? He's talking about aliens, you all. I guess John Mappin has got to him, and now he's in Scientology, and they're seeing Zulu aliens all over the place. He's talking about aliens. Because, whatever.
You know, I don't know is the real answer. I don't know.
Yeah, accusing people of treachery, so I'm wondering.
Well, I know there's been a lot of treachery for sure, and I know they were so mad about.
I don't know. There's so much treachery, but he can't say who it came from, because why the hell would he do that? Because that would make sense. Yeah, there's treachery everywhere. Coming from who? Treason is a high crime in this country. What are you talking about? Well, I don't know who's being treacherous, but it's a lot of treachery. Get your bum ass off of our planet.
About JD getting that job. I mean,
Who's they? Within the White House?
I don't know the answer to that. I've never worked there. So like, if you don't work there, you can say
he knows nothing. Oh, that's what weird to get out of this. Sifa, I love you, dear. You better be glad I do. So crackhead Mickey Mouse knows nothing. Like Jon Snow, Tucker Carlson knows nothing. Oh, we got to get a Jon Snow, Tucker Carlson image. Can we get that? Like Jon Snow and Tucker Carlson both know nothing. Oh, Tucker, I'm just going to clown your dumb ass because why are you here on Earth, on our planet? Like, can't you get Zunu to take you back wherever Xenu came from, can't you go back to their home planet? You know, the land of the Scientologists in another galaxy. Get the hell off of our planet.
I don't know the answer to that. I've never worked there. So like if you don't work there, you can say you can say what you think you know, but it's hard to really know.
This is me looking skeptical.
Yeah, well, no, but it's me being honest. Like I don't really know. JD has been subject.
Oh God. Oh Lord. Tucker Carlson, you are the worst. You are the worst. Okay, and then Lisa sent this video. Oh y'all. George, are you saying that your weird ass wife, Yeasty Source, is grifting? Is that what he's saying? Wait, hold on. George Farmer teasing Candace in 2019. You have a degree in griftology, and you're the professor of grifting at the University of Grift. I mean, you know. Oh, Candace, this is priceless. Shout out to Lisa, y'all. All right, let's get to this.
For those of you who are out there who write this on these comments, but I think the main one is that grifters got a grift. Right?
Grifters got a grift.
Yeah,
Every, no matter what I do, grifters got a grift.
It doesn't matter who.
Yeah.
Underneath every single post I've ever read of yours online, it's always like Candace Owens, the grifter.
Right.
You know, and it's like I didn't even know what that word means.
I know. It took us so long to look.
Oh. Let me help you out, buddy. Being the queen of YouTube, you got to make sure people understand definitions of terms, right? He doesn't know what grifting means. Let's go to the dictionary. See, George Farmer. Yeah, I'm the queen of this. George, you don't know what grifting means? Oh, George. I can give you the legal definition of it if you want. Let's do that. What does it mean if someone is a grifter? What is grifting? Grifting is a form of theft by deception. Lord, we thank you. Oh, George, I thought you went to the University of Oxford. Do you not have a degree, George? Are you not educated? George Farmer does not know the word grifting or the definition. Shame. What a pity. George, how dare you? Grifting is a form of theft by deception. This is on criminaldefenselawyer.com because this is how the court sees it. Where a grifter tries to trick or persuade a victim to hand over money or property. George, this is how the court would define the word grifting. Do you understand? This is it, George. Since you don't know, then we'll share that with you. I know it might be too difficult when you're drunk and crashing, $150,000 trucks into a ditch. Might be a little hard to keep up with what the hell is going on around you. Reading is not always fundamental. Definitions of terms might be a lot more complex. I understand. It's understandable. It's your fault, or whatever. So we'll help you out with grifting. So how the court will see it as a form of theft by deception, where a grifter tries to trick or persuade a victim to hand over money or property. That is what your dumbass wife is doing. Candace, Amber, Rose, Owens, Farmer. She's grifting. And the court will see that as a form of theft by deception. To get people to hand over money, maybe property, who knows? Have the candy asses resorted to giving up their homes yet? Has she gone full-blown Jim Jones, or is she halfway there? Candace, when you go full-blown cult leader, can you get the hell out of our country? I mean, if you're going to go full-blown Jim Jones, go buy some land in another country, in another continent, and start your own commune. Get the hell out of here. Go to Russia. Take your people with you. George, pack up. You might be moving to Russia. Because the courts don't take kindly to grifting. They're like, damn, she could have just gotten a job, doing something. How about producing those 2 degrees you claim you earned, Candace? Oh, God. You're so stupid, girl. Let me drop the link in the chat. Because I want you all to understand, why I'm doing this. Oh, man. Erica Kirk, as an FYI, please include grifting in your lawsuit against Candace Owens. Your Honor, she is a professional grifter who is deceiving the public and then getting people to buy her dumb merchandise in which she is illegally utilizing the CIA logo without their permission. And also creating defamatory statements and slogans and making a profit off of all of that defamation. So can you please ensure to the attorneys of Erica Kirk, make sure you put in account for grifting, since that's a whole thing. Oh yeah. George didn't know what it meant. Now he knows. Go figure. George, criminaldefenselawyer.com is a great resource website. They'll give you the breakdown. Grifters are often described as small-time lawbreakers. Candace. Oh, Candace. Oh, Candace. You're a small-time lawbreaker, girl. Who have a knack for swindling, tricking, and deceiving others. Also known as grifting. Instead of stealing or taking something by force, grifters try to take others' money or possessions the easy way by convincing their victims to willingly hand it over. You know who also does that? Cult leaders. Didn't Jim Jones get hundreds of people to hand over all their possessions, all their money, their checks, food stamps, and whatever else to him, and to move out of the continent of North America? Y'all, they went to South America, to an entirely different country. It started the People's Town. He gave them dirt and shacks in exchange for all their possessions. Candace, cult leaders do this. Small-time lawbreakers. I just, this is why we look up the legal definitions of stuff, because Erica Kirk, this can be very useful in your federal lawsuit against her. Especially when she already has a federal lawsuit about a meme coin. She grifted people into buying something that didn't even exist, a meme coin. She got money in exchange for a promise of some digital coin that had value to it when it didn't even exist. That's what a pump and dump scheme is. Candace, you're being sued by the state of Florida for violating 2 federal laws and couldn't even give your own supporters a meme coin with value in exchange for the money they gave you for it. That is how much of a grifter Candace is. Erica Kirk, make sure you cite that whole lawsuit. 78 pages. Girl, you got so much to work with. So much to work with. And George doesn't know what a grifter is. Go figure. You can't make this up. Let's get back to it. Now that we all know the legal definition of grifting.
Look it up because we just like the way it sounded.
Yeah, but I mean,
I got started. Let me start over.
So those of you who are out there who write this on these comments, but I think the main one is that grifters got a grift. Right?
Grifters got a grift. No matter what I do, grifters got a grift.
It doesn't matter who. Underneath every single post I've ever read of yours online, it's always like Candace Owens, the grifter.
Right.
You know, and it's like I didn't even know what that word means.
I know it took us so long to look it up because we just like the way it sounded.
Yeah, but I mean,
grifters got a grift.
You've got obviously a degree in griftology,
right?
And I think you're the professor of grifting at the University of Grift, and like the president.
Oh, Erica, you got to use this video against her. Your Honor, Exhibit A. The defendant's own husband said that she has a degree in griftology. She is a professor of grift. She's a small-time lawbreaker. Candace, George is telling on you before you two even got married. oh, this is so precious. Oh, Candace, he's just really going in. George, you got two choices. You can either stay with her ass and get named in many, many more lawsuits, or your ass can do the right thing and just rat her out. Okay. Oh, man. Oh, happy day. The day when George gets in a video and he just spills the beans. I will be here for it, George. If you want to rat her out, you can come over here and do it in the LLC.
Grifter's got a grift.
You've got obviously a degree in griftology.
Right.
Yes, she does.
I think, you're the professor of grifting at the University of Grift. And, like the presidency of Grift will be yours for the rest of your life. I have no idea what grifting is, but you've got a grift.
I own it.
Okay?
And they got a grift. When they grift, they got a grift.
For those of you who are out there who write this in these comments,
this is so priceless.
I think the main one is that grifters got a grift.
Grifters got a grift. No matter what I do, grifters got a
grift.
grift.
It doesn't matter who. Underneath every single post I've ever read of yours online, it's always like Candace Owens, the grifter.
Right.
And it's like I didn't even know what that word means.
I know it took us so long to look it up because we just like the way it sounded.
Yeah, but I mean,
grifters got a grift.
You've got obviously a degree in griftology,
right?
And I think you're the professor of grifting at the University of Grift, and like the presidency of Grift will be yours for the rest of your life. I have no idea what grifting is, but you've got a grift.
I own it,
okay?
and they got a grift. When they grift, they got a grift.
For those of you who are out there who
write, George, you have no idea what you've given me, buddy. Candace. Oh, Candace. Is this why he had a black eye? George, come out the closet, George. Have you learned your lesson today? Yeah, I can imagine this man walk around the house. Look at that face. Then imagine this whole eye over here, black as hell. Yo, this is why George walking around in the airport with black eyes. Candace, you can't go punching him because he's telling the truth. No, you're the liar, Candace. He might be telling the whole truth right here. If that's how he is, you can't go beating him up. Y'all, Candace whooping this man ass because he actually admitted she's a grifter. Oh my God. Didn't I tell you to stop talking? Candace. Oh, you got to stop putting your hands on this man. He can't take it. He just can't take it. He's walking around the airport. I want y'all to understand the gravity of that. He is walking around the airport. Let me pull it up. George walks around the airport with a black eye. No glasses, no makeup, nothing. He literally walked around the airport with a black eye so we can see it. Do you understand the gravity of that? He didn't give a damn about no headlines. He didn't care. Oh, if people's gonna be watching me and stuff. No, he didn't care. He did not care. He walked around an airport, past a photo with a black eye. I want y'all to understand this. He didn't do this. Y'all, he didn't do this for fun. No. He wanted us to see this. He wanted us to see it.
So here we have a broken foot and a George Farmer with a black eye.
Y'all, he wanted
And I'm
us to
surprised
know
we
this.
got a picture of George Farmer. That man's elusive. He's worse than Bigfoot. Actually, you'd have a better chance of getting a picture of Bigfoot. And no, I'm not talking about Candace, who is currently wearing a boot because she broke her foot. So Candace has a broken foot. George has a black eye.
Come on now.
Let the speculation begin.
Okay.
But where was this? This was in Washington, D.C. a couple days ago, March 19th. Catholics for Catholics, because, you know, that's the grift that Candace is currently on. And this event was Catholic Prayer for America. And who's that? Is that Joe Kent? That's Joe Kent. That's the guy that I've been saying has been Candace Owens' informant, right? The guy who resigns, then immediately shows up on Tucker Carlson claiming he knows things about Charlie Kirk, which, you know, I debunked, right? And here he is again with Candace speaking at the same event. So we've got a broken foot, a George with a black eye,
y'all,
and another appearance with Joe Kent alongside Candace Owens.
Ooh-cha.
And, you know, there was about 60 people at this event to hear Candace speak. And I'm sure you guys want to know, what all did Candace have to say in this speech? Well, she talked about herself.
Yes. Hello, everybody. Thank you so much. Thank you. Truly an honor to be here. This is my first Catholic event, so I will never forget this. I said, you know, I am where I was at. When I taught myself. For the first time, my celebrity makes sense to me.
Oh my God.
Really, that is just such an analogy for my entire life and my entire ascension.
And you know, what religious organization really wants to have a person, Candace, representing them when she openly defends and supports rapists and sexual predators? Harvey Weinstein, Andrew Tate. She's on video multiple times defending these people. So you would think the Catholic Church would say, and they are saying that Candace Owens must be excommunicated for the.
See, Candace, you went to Italy to do anything in a Catholic church, and you mean to tell me that the investigators in the Vatican, y'all, when I say the investigatory skills of the Vatican is supposed to be like superior on earth. You know, they had to know that this article exists. That there are people who are writing to have her excommunicated from the Catholic Church. Yeah, that is a real. We went over that article. Read the whole letter. You can't tell me she went to Italy and not one priest, archbishop, nobody knew about this article and about the letter for her to be excommunicated. I'm just curious to know, Candace, how much did you pay these people for that photo shoot? Did she even go into a Catholic church knowing that they want her excommunicated? I mean, I'm just saying, would she even go near a Catholic church right now? They had to know about this. Y'all, this is so crazy. This is so crazy. Y'all really think she went into a Catholic church, or she just went to a very nice building and they just did a photo? Because this is real. This was a real letter that was sent out. They have to know about this article. They have to.
Sake of her soul. And Catholics are calling for anti-Semite Candace Owens to be excommunicated.
Look at this. Candace, did you actually go to Italy to a Catholic church? This girl is an international figure. There is no way they did not know about these articles and these many calls for her to be excommunicated. So when she took that photo, was she truly inside of a church or just a really nice building and they just did a photo shoot? Because it's mighty convenient. Girl.
From the church. You think?
Oh, George. Y'all look at his eye. He was just wearing a hat. No makeup, no glasses, no shades, nothing. You can't make this up, man. You cannot make this up, Candace. You got to stop putting your hands on this man. You've got to stop putting your hands on him. Oh, y'all, we run out of time. All right. Here's what I'm going to do. Tomorrow, we're going to go live again and do another mini marathon. And I got to stick to my lineup because we got 2 Nicholas Brooks videos. He goes over the Brian Harper lawsuit. And, of course, there are a couple videos where they go in on George. So after our watch party, I'm going to go do a mini little marathon so we can get that content in. And, of course, there are a couple videos that Edie Marie did. I want to see at least one of them. Shout out to Edie Marie, y'all. And, yes, we are still planning to do a collab. Edie Marie and I hopefully for this upcoming Saturday. And I'm waiting on a response from Fax Me for next week, Saturday afternoon or Sunday. So I told you all we're making this happen this year. And I am so excited. And you guys have been fantastic. Thank you all for the support and for having my backup in here. We had some fun here. We're going on 2 hours, 31 minutes. Let's get some these supers in right quick. I appreciate all of you. I'll make sure you guys go support Fax Me. And it's his YouTube channels there. Ben Shapiro's YouTube channel link is in here. Shout out to March On for the $20 super. Thank you. Hi, Miss LLC and Luxters. Miss Erica could be in a bathrobe and she still look beautiful. I know. And I wouldn't even care. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm glad she calling out Candace. You can be mad all you want to Kingdom Come. It doesn't change the fact that you are having her stalked. Child. Thank you so much for that $20 super. There's Ben Shapiro's YouTube channel link. And then there's some information. George, you might want to start looking up the legal definition of grifting. Oh, God. I appreciate all of you all. Let's see here. You guys, make sure you tune in for tomorrow for our watch party. Fax Me 2 videos he did. And then we'll do a mini live on that afterward. And then, of course, on Tuesday, No Reply has sent over some fantastic information about this company, honey. And we're going to tune in and get that information out. Oh, child. PurgeStore.com. I don't even know if y'all should be buying this stuff. This looks like she's calling it advanced digestive cleanse and detox. What the hell? Candace. What the hell is this Purge Store stuff? Who knows what you're trying to sell to people and get them to put in their bodies? Y'all look at this. This looks like, I don't know why this looks so weird. Is this a peel or what is this? You're just selling shit. We could get you guys fixed. Fixed how? What do you mean? Well, what if your whole digestive system just prolapse? Your whole colon just falls out your body. Y'all don't take this shit. You don't know what this is. We could get you guys fixed. What? Parasites. She's selling this because First Amendment. Oh my God. Candace, what are you trying to sell to the public? What are you trying to sell to people? How are you going to get people fixed? Revitalize your body with our all-natural cleanse designed to support overall wellness and digestive balance. Enjoy a lighter, more energized feeling, improved digestive comfort. Oh my God. Why is she making this political? Israel first wants to boycott him. Girl, bye. We don't know what the hell this is. You trying to sell to people and have them put in their body. The candy asses, let me tell y'all something. I'm not here to tell you all what to do. But if y'all go buy this crap and you start taking it, and then now you waking up and you can't control your bowels, that's because you sat here and listened to your dumb cult leader and she didn't go to anybody's medical school. She will not be able to help you at all. And then you'll be stuck in the hospital with all those medical bills. And she certainly will not pay that either. As a matter of fact, she wants you all to give her money. Pay her attorney fees. She don't care if y'all can pay y'all rent or not. But I can only look, you can only care about the candy asses as much as they do. If they don't give a damn, then why should we? You can't make this up. And she out here, she's a pure snake oil salesman. To her heart be harlot. Snake oil salesman. Candace, you are the worst, girl. Oh, Liz, yes, this is so in Alex Jones. Somebody said she might be pregnant, Candace. Who said she pregnant? Oh, Candace. She gonna try to pull this stunt. Thank you for the 10 super, Ginger. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for the $10 super. Fantastic. Shout out to you, honey. What a blessing. Oh, I told you all she gonna try that stunt. Didn't I tell you? She did a video where she said, if I get caught up, Tracy, are you serious? Candace, are you pregnant again? This girl just trying to push out. Oh, she's trying to get some sympathy from the court. That's not going to work, Candace. It's not going to work. You will not be the first pregnant woman being sued by the French president, by Brian Harple, or in a class action lawsuit in the state of Florida. You know how many pregnant women are sitting in prison for the rest of their lives? Girl, please. Get your bum ass out. Go to court, Candace. Walking around here trying to get pregnant is not going to solve your problem. You're still going to have to face the facts and the law in the court. Go to court. I thought she wants subpoena power. She's trying to get out of this lawsuit, y'all. She's trying to get sympathy. It's sympathy pregnancy. Girl, you don't kick rocks. Don't bring no more kids into this world. Y'all got 4 kids and George walking around with black eyes and you can't explain this. Girl, bye. Yo, you can't make this stuff up. Oh my God. He gonna say, Your Honor, we have to hire another nanny. We can't afford this lawsuit. The judge is gonna say, well, you should have told your wife to go sit down somewhere and make you a sandwich, but she refused to do that. So here we are. You think that judge want to sit there and listen to candy asses in videos and read comments from these morons sitting here saying Erica Kirk committed a crime and they can't provide evidence and actually report it to the authorities? Like, you think they want to sit there and just have to do that? No. But justice will prevail. Candace, your pregnancy will mean nothing. And you cannot blame this on the baby. And if you dare try to do that, I hope that baby gives you heartburn from now until you give birth. Be careful. Yeah, Grimace might not be too happy about that. All right, y'all, I'm done. You see stories, y'all. Oh, this baby gonna just slide right on out. Oh, good grief. Let's get this one up. All right, y'all. We're going to conclude that. We got to conclude that. Candace up here trying to snake oil salesman people with this crap. Don't put that stuff in your body. So you don't know what that is. Y'all say good evening to Yeastosaurus Infects. Okay. She wanted us to tell you all a good night. She will see y'all tomorrow. Candace, you can kiss my ass. You understand? For the watch party with shout out to No Reply. Oh, all my mods, everybody that contribute, the links to videos tomorrow, y'all. We're gonna have our mini marathon. We gotta get Nicholas Brooks in. We gotta get in Edie Marie. We gotta get it in. All right. So shout out to No Reply for this photo. His Pokemon card. I love it. Eustasaurus says, you guys have a good night. We will see you all tomorrow for the watch party. And then after that for the Candace mini marathon. All right. Y'all be good. And until the next one. Later, luck club out. Deuces.